Jungle.
Welcome everybody, welcome to the mashup. I am Aaron Gomez, your host, joined by my other host, Nick Vespe. How we doing, Vespe?
I'm good, Gomez. This is our first episode. This is
know,
awesome. This is just so cool. Everything about it. I'm so excited.
So if no one knows, but we've been planning this for like 2 months, and it's kind of unbelievable that it's actually coming to fruition right now. And well, the point of the mashup is first half is comic book movies, whatever, movie news.
Pop culture.
Yep. Second half, anything goes. Life, side bitches.
What?
They can go from anywhere.
You went from life to side
Side
bitches.
Yeah,
Okay.
so that's how random it can get. That's
Yeah.
the thing. And I'm joined by my cousin, Patches O'Houlihan.
Hey, what's up?
He's our tech guy, so he'll be here all the time.
We get to look at him, but you do not. He's behind the camera.
I mean, our fucking guests are lucky you don't have to look at him. That's the thing.
Jesus.
Ooh, let's go.
I'm too beautiful. That's why.
You're
I'm
too-
sparkling. You know.
I do not know what I got myself into right now.
Nah.
I'm already. So you started off with side bitches. I'm ready for the second part of the show.
Oh, no, fuck it.
I
fuck
would
it.
get right into side bitches, but no.
No.
All right,
But
all right, all right.
that's to establish where this podcast is going, because there is no fucking boundaries.
It's
That's the
going.
thing. All
It's
right.
going.
Oh, it's going. It's here. It's now. That's what it is.
It's the mashup.
It's the mashup.
Welcome back.
ladies and gentlemen. And we haven't talked about shit yet, but this is us random. But all right, let's start it off. Aquaman passing $1 billion. What are your thoughts on that?
I can't believe Aquaman passed $1 billion. I feel like nobody's talking about this movie at all.
I don't know. DC has to. It's kind of a rocky relationship with DC right now. So I mean, I feel like I'm surprised it passed Wonder Woman, because Wonder Woman is its first fucking female thing. And all right, so the numbers say it has 300 million domestic, and it beat Man of Steel's domestic. So 300 million out of the billion. That's where's it getting its money? Overseas. That's the thing. In the Asian market, like, why do you think we have like 5 Transformer movies?
It looks like a fun. I actually didn't even see it. I think it looks like a fun movie. And Man of Steel, if you look at the advertising, it looks so like bleak.
Yeah.
Like that's probably where I would credit it. And all the special effects, it looked like it was just like a good kind of movie. I just never saw it.
I mean, I saw it. I give it like an 8 out of 10. You know, I just think that. Hear me out. I think Guardians of the Galaxy.
I'll hear you out.
Jackass. I think Guardians of the Galaxy really changed everything, because everyone's trying. All right, the point why I'm saying that is because Aquaman, the fucking it doesn't know what it wants to be, like a fucking funny story, or like it wants to be serious.
Give me your breakdown. I want to hear your full Aquaman breakdown. I don't know exactly what you thought about it. Like, what would you rate it 1 to 10? Outside of a DC movie, just as a movie in itself.
It's fun. It's literally Indiana
Fun, yeah.
Jones on steroids.
In the
undersea.
water, yeah.
So I give it like a 7, 8 out of 10.
Okay. Average.
But it's just a
Slightly
mess
below.
with like humor and all that. It's trying to be Marvel with what essentially it's trying to be. So
Well, look at Shazam.
well,
Talk about the DCU. Talk about Marvel. Look at
that's gonna be good.
they just gave up being like dark and gritty.
yeah.
It's just
I don't know why.
As soon as they called Joss Whedon to hop in on Justice League, I hope you're not on your phone this whole time. This is supposed to be a professional show.
Notes, you jackass.
I know. It just seemed like it wasn't working for them, so they switched it up. I want them to make that Flashpoint movie with Ben Affleck and the Flash so bad.
He might not even return.
It's just such a mess.
I know. Well, okay. So
Why did they make Justice League? Why did they rush it out?
Because there's too many chefs in the kitchen. That's what it is. So I mean, all right. So the new Batman movie that's coming out.
The Batman, I think is what it's called.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like
What a
younger
title.
Batman. Yeah.
It's supposed to be younger? I thought
Younger
it was like an
Batman.
old Ben Affleck Batman.
Yeah, but he hasn't confirmed he's coming back.
Ugh.
I mean, so it's kind of a mess right now. And the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix it's not even tied to the universe. So it's like it's
Yeah, it's set in the 80s.
But
They filmed that on the same lot that I work on.
Oh,
That I
really?
work at, yeah.
I hope it's good.
Snyder Studios in Brooklyn.
It looks really good, to be honest.
Do you think Joaquin Phoenix is going to be a good Joker?
Oh, dude, he's a fucking masterpiece.
Yeah, I
the way
think
he
he's-
acts, he can do it.
Walk the Line is a
Yeah,
phenomenal.
walk the line. Like, I don't know, anything he does, he takes it serious, like Christian Bale. Like, But back to Aquaman. Like,
Yeah.
here's a fun fact. Like, okay, it passed the Dark Knight, which is 1.004 billion, and this is like 1.07.
I guess that's not that crazy because like everything's passing the Dark Knight these days, and Marvel's just like big dicking everybody and making these movies that are just making like bank over bank, like every like 3 a year. But I can't believe that Aquaman surpassed the Dark Knight. Nobody's talking about this movie at all.
No one's
It
talking
like
about it.
came and went.
Well,
How much did it make here domestically?
Domestically,
Gomez's mic is all over the place. He's touching it too much.
that's what she said.
Yeah. You touch it. Is it true if you don't use it, you lose it? That is true.
It said 300 million domestic, like I said.
Huh. So that's average. It's probably about as much as Mary Poppins made.
Dude, fuck that movie.
I saw that movie and actually walked out.
What?
Yeah, it was so bad. I mean, I wasn't the audience, and
Yeah, you're
me and
not
my
the-
roommate were there, and I wasn't 5 years old, and we were just kind of like,
Well, I never.
all right, let's just
I
bail.
don't know if this is a fucking sin in American culture, but I've never seen Mary Poppins.
Me neither.
Mary Poppins.
This is a
So-
podcast run by two people who've never seen Mary Poppins.
Yeah.
I've seen Mary Poppins.
Ah!
It's popping.
like literally.
Like, well,
Snaps for that one.
yeah.
Snaps for that.
I just like the chimney sweeper dance. That was a time when it was okay to never mind. I'm just gonna cut off.
All right,
Okay,
well,
all right.
Let's move on.
We can only imagine where
I'll
he was
leave
going
for
with
the
that.
second part. Yeah.
All right, so next part, Captain Marvel pre-sale tickets, 140 million opening, and that's the third biggest pre-sale tickets behind Black Panther and Infinity War. Wild.
Is this gonna be the woman version of Black Panther? Like, do you get what I'm saying?
I think the woman version. Yeah.
Like, do you think it's going to be a whole cultural phenomenon? It's going to be nominated for Best Picture
Dude,
because it's going to make so much money because it's a female superhero?
What are your thoughts right now on that?
I think that's kind of stupid.
No, I mean, like,
because Wonder Woman was out and, wasn't... I mean, that made a lot of money because it was a good movie, but it wasn't, like, hyped up to be this,
are you-
because she's a female.
Are you hyped for Captain Marvel, though?
Not at all.
I'm not sold on the trailer.
The Marvel
Like,
logo enough is not enough for me.
And I
me
feel
to-
like I'm not a misogynist, but I really want this to be fucking really good, the movie. And, like, I haven't been, like, stimulated at all yet.
I like that you had to say I'm not a misogynist.
Yeah, 'cause
Definitely.
everyone's
definitely
gonna
are.
grind your ass up and be like, he doesn't want it to succeed. I'm like, no, you fucking dweeb.
Like, I definitely liked Black Panther, but I didn't think it was, like, amazing, and I felt like a lot of people were like, oh my god, like, you're an asshole, you're an idiot. And now it got nominated for Best Picture, and I'm like, I don't know how that happened. There are so many better Marvel movies,
I'm
I
pretty
think.
Sure we all know.
But all right, so here's another fun fact from Atom Tickets. It says it could outpace Infinity War in regards to pre-sales in 40 days.
Pre-sales, fine, whatever.
Okay, yeah. But
Whatever.
It's making bank, but it's just
I think it's going to be one of those middle of the pack, Ant-Man and the Wasp,
Yeah,
Wasp,
it's not gonna
Doctor
get anything.
Strange.
Yep.
It's going to come and go.
and no one's gonna remember it.
Yeah.
Unless it fucking
It just... I love Brie Larson. I think the cool Samuel L. Jackson de-aging is that's just cool that we can like do that in movies now. Like, it doesn't matter your age, you can just be
whatever you want.
55-year-old man playing like a 23-year-old because of the magic of technology in films. The trailers just haven't sold me at all. I hope I'm wrong.
I hope
You know what I mean? Yeah, I hope I'm proven wrong. But it just doesn't. I mean, you don't really know anything about. You know what? It looks a lot like
What?
Green
Lantern.
Green Lantern.
Well, yeah, it's a space thing.
She's a sky.
She's a fucking pilot.
She's a pilot. Sky. She's a sky.
yeah.
She's a pilot. She goes into space. She wears that green suit. And then there's that one
Oh,
clip.
that's true. She does wear green.
There's that one clip that's making me mad that's going around right now where it's like she's like talking to Samuel L. Jackson. It's like, these are Skrull and they can be anything that they want. And he's like, well, how do I know you're not a Skrull? And she just like points her hand and like blows up a jukebox.
I'm like, good.
and he's like, how?
What's
How?
this supposed to
Yeah.
be?
Yeah. And she gives a cute little smirk. And it's like, what? Like, what? I don't know. What's going
I'm
on,
telling
guys?
I feel like Marvel movies just don't have an identity sometimes because like it's trying to balance that humor. I get it, but dude, Guardians really set the fucking standard for that shit, and it really changed the game in my opinion.
Guardians was great.
But like, I don't know.
Guardians is like a special, like, protected little baby, though.
It is.
Like,
The first one.
Now they like don't even know what they're gonna do with the whole franchise.
Yeah, because Batista, the whole James Gunn situation. If no one knows,
The whole James Gunn thing is so bizarre
So-
because What do you want to break into it?
Nah, you can go finish what you want to say.
Disney knew about all that going
Yeah.
in, and he was hired with that knowledge that he was making those bad jokes, and that's all they were. I mean, they really were just bad jokes, in like a different time. And he got fired for it because some social justice warrior pulls up these tweets and is like, look at all these bad things that he said, this and that and this and that. And it's like, this was all knowledge to everybody that hired
Disney
him.
knew.
It was just, they thought it was a bad PR move, and then they had a bad PR move for firing him, too.
I mean, honestly, it's just keep the politics out of entertainment.
I think
but
he's going to
it's-
come back to direct Guardians of the Galaxy 3.
I heard he's trying to go to DC.
I think
Yeah,
DC
they're gonna
got
try
him
to
for the
pick him.
second,
Yeah, something.
for the second,
Suicide?
yeah, for the second Suicide Squad, which is crazy because Suicide Squad, we saw it
Garbage.
together, is garbage.
Did we see it together?
Yeah, and it wants to be so bad.
Yeah.
Guardians of the Galaxy. I've never seen a movie trying to be another movie so bad and failing with all the music that they play.
Dude, it was a
and,
music
like,
video for 2 hours.
And it was like,
That's
yeah,
what it was.
we're family. We're family. It's
But
like
you guys had no character development. Like,
none,
what?
none. And they just threw in like a bunch of like wacky
I
characters
just
and we're like,
love
oh,
how they think
this
we're
will work.
stupid. Like they just think we're stupid. And if anyone doesn't know about James Gunn, he got called out on tweets about I don't know what he's talking about.
His joke was something like, I like having sex with like little girls, tee hee hee hee, or
What
something.
an idiot! Why would you post that?
It's not even. It's like child rape tweets. I'm just looking at it right
Oh,
now.
really?
Oh yeah, you're pulling it
But
up.
the same shit happened
Yeah,
with
yeah.
Kevin Hart. I mean, he was saying some stuff about gay people, and it just
Kevin Hart's
up.
tweet
Like,
I
but
thought
he's a
was
badass,
funny though, but I guess I'm not allowed to think that's funny in this day and age.
Just
I thought it
have
was a
your
funny
opinion.
tweet. I didn't think it was homophobic.
I didn't even know what he said, to be honest.
Who is it? Seth Rogen.
No, Kevin Hart. Kevin Hart.
We have
Kevin Hart.
a surprise guest.
I'm recording right now. Dad, we're recording.
Come in.
We got another surprise guest under the table.
Close it, Dad. Jesus Christ.
So our
He's gotta
our
come in
next
next time
surprise
and say
guest,
hi.
Lola, she's under the table right now.
Oh, my dog's here.
Oh, hey, Lola.
That's
Should I
funny.
pick her
Yeah, that was a guest appearance by my dad. So enjoy that.
Well, we didn't see him at all. He
Nah,
was
but
out.
YouTube will probably. Oh, my dog is.
This will get the hits.
This will get the.
This will get all the hits.
Look at her little hoodie.
Look at her little hoodie. All right, should we move on?
All right.
Are we still talking about Captain Marvel? Because I feel like there's nothing else I even want to say. I want to watch it.
Yeah,
I want to see it.
but that's the thing. I think it's getting overshadowed because Endgame's coming.
Yeah.
So let's move on to the next thing. Bird Box breaking 45 million initially. The views is the biggest.
I was gonna say views, not box office, because it's a Netflix.
Yeah, well, all right. Well, anyways, it's the most viewed thing for a Netflix original, and it had 80 million views in 4 weeks. That's crazy.
Damn.
So,
You know what you got to do to make a movie huge?
be a meme.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Yeah.
for real.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I was just
Bird,
gonna-
Bird Box challenge.
It's
that
literally a
thing's going
fucking.
on.
Dude, people
Yeah.
are so stupid.
You post a meme, and you pay somebody, an influencer who has a lot of
You don't
followers.
even need to pay an
to retweet it.
influencer.
You just need clout.
Like
That's
no,
what-
not even like memes are very organic. Like if people think it's funny, they'll just start
Posting
spreading
it,
around.
right.
You know what memes are? Memes are a loophole to a fucking like PC culture because
Yeah.
everybody goes hard
Ooh,
on memes.
wow, that's a hot
Isn't
take.
that crazy?
Gomez.
Hot
Yeah.
take, hot take. You feel
Hot
that?
take.
That was.
coming out the oven.
It's been
I think that's the most.
350.
That's the truest thing that we've said
Yeah.
so far
It's
today.
true.
There's
though.
Yeah.
I think Richard Dawkins was the one that actually defined memes, and he said a meme is like a virus where it's once it captures like someone's mind, it's just gonna spread everywhere. So I mean,
people go in,
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Some of the shit we send each other are dark. Like,
Yeah.
we would get fucking sued for some of
yeah,
the shit we saw.
and I think they're magical because memes are what got Donald Trump elected as president. I don't know if you guys like read any of that. or
Oh,
heard of
yeah.
it.
I mean, it's
Meme
just
magic.
clout. That's all it is. But back to Bird Box. Yeah, I mean, Vespe, what are your thoughts on this movie?
Okay, so I watch it
Yeah.
with my girlfriend.
Oh, he has a girl.
I got a girl.
You gotta
What's
gotta
it-
flex on that.
I got
Yeah.
flex. Also, I
Shout
got
out
flex.
Jenny.
Shout out my St. Louis Rams, by the way, too.
Ram
Go Rams,
Just
Super Bowl
gotta
champs,
ram
hopefully.
it.
Also,
I fucking hate. that he's a Rams
I'm
fan.
also the host of Rams or co-host, excuse me, of Rams Brothers, the pod. That's another.
So we should have mentioned.
Yeah,
that
yeah.
at
Yeah.
the start.
The shout out Dean, the better looking Vespe. is the
Okay,
host.
all right. Anyway, I was watching Bird Box with my girl, and
Shout out Jenny.
I got so bored
Yeah.
and fell asleep.
I mean, have you seen The Happening?
Yeah.
That's what it was.
That's it was the happening.
But like you just happening.
These
with what?
demons that you see, and that's how they kill you. And I'm like waiting for like a build up to like see an actual monster.
And no monster.
There's no monster.
Well, they released it on YouTube, like what the monster was gonna be in a dream.
very-
It's ugly as shit.
Oh really?
It's like
it's
it's like a baby.
yeah,
It's a
what-
baby.
Well, it's
I don't
a
know.
baby
You guys gotta
because-
YouTube it. I don't know.
We gotta like post
pretty
the
much
pictures to show people.
It's your deepest fear, right? And
Yeah.
the deepest fear for the main character
Was
was
it
the
having
kids.
being a mom?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's why
So
I was
that it took a shape of like a baby snake, like a humanoid baby snake
it
type
was
of John.
kinda
I don't
dumb.
even know. It's
I
fucking-
preferred the Lovecraftian interpretation where it's like a kind of a ancient god where it's so beyond and vast of our understanding that if you even saw it, you just go crazy.
yeah,
that's why
pretty
all the
much.
crazy people were like pretty okay with it.
But you kind of get a glimpse of it when that crazy dude came in with the drawings and shit.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I mean, I was just like, all right, whatever. But that was a good twist in my opinion, because I was like, okay, if I was in that situation, I'd survive, I think. But like with those crazy people, I'm fucked. Like, I don't know.
I don't know if I would survive.
But
I need my eyeballs.
what are your thoughts again, Jenny? And you guys were watching it because we just rambled the fuck off again.
I didn't like it.
Yeah, you
I didn't like it at all.
What's
and
your out of 10?
like a 4.
4.
Sandra Bullock's performance, I didn't even think was that good.
Dude, it had a stacked cast.
I like Sandra Bullock. I like the one guy from Moonlight a lot. He's really good.
Yeah, no, he was. Yeah, I
he
love
was
that
great.
guy. He's great.
Sandra Bullock was not a good performance by
Dude,
her.
she
I
does
think.
not fucking age.
And that movie's released.
That's what I
If that
thought.
movie's released in theaters, it comes and it
would
goes.
Be bad.
Yeah.
It'd
Like
be so
nobody
bad.
cares.
Well, this is the
Nobody would care at all.
I give it like a 6 out of 10. It's all right. I mean, it was interesting. It's a new all right, I can't even say it's a new concept, but
I hate that.
what?
I hate your 6 out of 10. I think it's too high.
All right,
I
well,
think
beg to
it's an
differ.
8, honestly.
It's an 8.
Just because I love those kinds of movies, I'm a sucker for them, so I always will have a good opinion.
I feel you.
Yeah.
What kind of movies? What genre is that in?
Like Lovecraftian, you know, like
Okay.
cosmic horror stuff that you can't even see, like shit that'll like mess with your mind.
So what he's trying to say, he's a fucking dweeb. But anyway,
Jesus.
all right,
I'm
all right,
just-
all right,
Jesus.
all right.
it's my cousin. I have to
That's
grind
not-
him up.
All right, when you were watching that movie, you were definitely praising it with me.
Oh no, I was like, yeah, you should.
I bet he was.
No,
I bet he
all
was.
right,
He
fuck
was.
you.
There have been circles.
Anyways.
No. Gomez doesn't like Justice League, a movie that I like, and I've heard him like praise it with me along my side, and then I've heard him in other circles be like, "Nah, man, that movie's trash."
Oh, so you're calling me a fucking flake? Is that what you're going?
I'm calling you a flip
Look,
flopper.
look, if the shoe fits.
If the
Alright.
boot.
Nah, if the glove
Fits.
fits, man. If the glove fits.
Well, the glove did not fit in the OJ case, and
No.
now that we have time, let's go into 45-minute hot takes on the OJ case. No, I'm
no,
kidding.
fuck that. All right, next up,
too early.
All right, next up. Bird Box. All right,
when we have
subpar.
OJ as our guest.
All right, so next up, Spider-Man Far From Home trailer.
Spider-Man. Can we talk about Spider-Man Homecoming first?
All right, then bring it in.
Spider-Man Homecoming was such a good movie. We
So
need
good.
more movies like that.
I know. It felt like
I
Breakfast
cried.
Club.
I cried. I actually
Why
cried.
would you fucking cry?
I
There was
cried-
No sad parts.
There was
What part?
the hobo Peter Parker without Mary Jane.
No, you're talking about Into the Spider-Verse. You bug.
Oh, right. I'm
Fucking
talking about. You're right. Well, there's so many
asshat.
Spider-Man movies that were released
I
in my
was-
lifetime that it's hard for me to keep track of these
All right,
names.
Andrew Garfield.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, there's 2 Andrew Garfields. There's 3 Tobey Maguire.
Toby.
There's going to be 2 Tom Hollands,
Yeah.
not including Civil War and Infinity War, and there's the animated Spider-Man Homecoming or Spider-Man Into the Spider-Verse.
That was
That's the movie I cried at, not Homecoming.
Yeah.
Into the Spider-Verse when you meet the
Yeah,
disheveled
Mary-
Peter Parker and he's
yeah,
like
he's-
not with Mary Jane
broken.
and he's like a broken man. Yeah, that
But,
got to me. That hit my Rams heart.
I was wondering, like, would you cry in fucking Homecoming? I'm like, what?
I cried at how amazing Michael Keaton's performance
I
was.
cried how hot Aunt May is. That's why.
She's not that hot. She's hotter.
Oh my god.
She's
dude.
hotter than my cousin Vinny.
This is how I know we have different taste in girls. Like,
me and
legit-
you don't have.
and you
anywhere
and Arnold
close.
have the most fucking like weirdest taste in girls.
I do not have a weird taste in females.
I don't know, man.
Girls, females,
Alright, so
ladies,
Spider-Man Far From Home.
women.
Spider-Man,
Spider-Man
what'd you
Far
think about the trailer?
From Home. I didn't like the trailer.
What?
You know, the only thing I liked in the trailer was Jake Gyllenhaal.
Yeah, but you know,
Stay out of here, kid.
You know who Mysterio is, right?
I know all
Yeah.
about Mysterio.
So like, I wonder how his powers are gonna work out if he has.
should
technically-
should we potential spoiler it? Because I want to kind of
All right.
potential spoiler it for a
Yeah.
bit.
Well, if you don't want spoilers.
Skip past
Skip
like
past
a
this.
minute or two.
All right, so
I think it's see like he's fighting those guys, and it looks like he's gonna be in the movie.
Apparently,
he's gonna be,
they're the elementals. That's what those like.
that's what they're saying they are.
Yeah.
My guess, if you know Mysterio, is he made them.
Yeah.
And he's he's like the guy that's going to be defeating them because he's just a regular guy in the comics.
He's just.
So I think it's all fabrication.
Yeah, he's a special effects guy.
Yeah, and I think he's going to be seen as a fraud. You're going to realize that he's a fraud.
Yeah.
He's not a good guy, and he's like, doing this for whatever reason. But I think, oh my God, I'm losing my voice. I think it's going to be really cool just to see Jake Gyllenhaal, one of the best actors of our time in a Marvel movie.
He goes in
Like Michael Keaton in the in the last Spider-Man movie.
OG
I thought
Batman.
was my favorite Marvel villain. All right, hold on, real quick. Top 3 Marvel villains. Mine top 3.
Go.
Hela.
All right.
Michael Keaton as the Vulture.
Oh, that's a good one.
I'm not. Loki doesn't count. He's a hero. In my eyes,
Loki's a bitch.
Loki's a hero in my eyes, and my favorite Marvel character.
He
He's
needs to
not a
fucking
bitch.
stay dead.
I relate to him
He
most.
needs to stay dead.
No, he does not. He has he has a
dude.
Netflix series coming out.
I know, but it can be a prequel.
The third is Thanos.
All right.
Who's your
ready?
top? Yeah, top Marvel villains. Marvel.
All right. Let me get some time to think real quick. I wish I had a fucking like list out right now.
Come on, it's not, there aren't that many
all
good
right,
ones.
So top one's Thanos, obviously.
Poser.
Wow.
So cliche of you.
Oh, all right.
Kate Blanchett's better.
She was all right. She wasn't that.
She was
great.
hotter than Thanos.
Alright, she was
and Thanos is pretty hot.
All right. So Thanos, Michael B. Jordan in Black Panther,
Oh.
and Vulture. Oh, don't get on my ass about fucking.
No,
Black Panther.
no, he's
I
a
was gonna
great
say.
villain.
I was about to say.
I'm saying I'm mad I forgot him.
Yeah. So you fucking slipped, but yeah, those are my top 3. But
You thought. All right, Spider-Man Far From Home. What's your impressions of the trailer? What do you think?
It was all right. I mean, it's funny because like I don't know. I love this Spider-Man now. I
Me
think
too.
it's the best one. And
Yeah.
the thing what they're trying to do is like Harry Potter this motherfucker, like trying to like have Tom Holland for so long.
That is a sound clip. They're
Yeah,
trying to
right.
Harry Potter. That's true though.
You got a Harry Potter this motherfucker.
They are Harry Potter in this motherfucker.
Well, that's what they're doing. They're trying
Yeah.
to make it so we care about him, and then maybe Miles Morales down the line will replace him. Hopefully. Because I think
live action Miles Morales?
it's gonna happen, man. I think so.
Yeah,
Probably
I
in
think so too.
like 10 years. I think.
That's a long
Probably
time.
5 years actually. Scary.
Probably 5. I don't know how because Tom Holland could be Spider-Man like forever.
Yeah, he's young. He's like
He's
younger
young.
than us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow. I
He
feel
could
a
like.
piece of shit.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah, I'm a 24-year-old filming this shit in my parents' house.
Cut to
It's
Tom
bad.
Holland like
And
fucking.
cut. Yeah. Oh my God. But I'm excited for it. It's
Me
like I'm
too.
not like crazy about it. Like the most excited for a Marvel trailer was definitely Infinity War, but that Guardians of the Galaxy 2 trailer was so fucking on point. But the movie kind of disappointed. Yeah, disappointed me.
I think so too. I think upon rewatch though, it's weird. I'll watch that movie and like sometimes I'm like, wow, that was so good and underrated.
Yeah.
And then I'll watch it again and I'm like, huh, that wasn't as good as I thought.
Yeah.
And then I'll watch it again and I'm like, oh wait, no, it actually is really good.
Nah, yeah.
Do you know who's what I really don't like about Guardians of the Galaxy 2? Now that we're talking about it,
Villain?
the villain.
Yeah.
I hated Ego.
Yeah.
I really did
Ego's
not like
kinda-
Ego.
I mean, I think they pulled it off on the concept of Ego because he's a planet. But
Yeah,
the
they pulled it
execution-
off,
the
but I just
execution,
thought he wasn't good for the role.
Yeah, but yeah, Spider-Man Far From Home. I think it's gonna be good. I mean, Marvel has our fucking trust, as you see.
Yeah, I mean we're
What can they do wrong?
dedicating so much time just to talk about it, and we talk about them all the time too. Not
Yeah.
even on the show.
I mean, especially with the Super Bowl coming up, Captain Marvel. Spider-Man's definitely gonna have a trailer.
Captain Marvel. How about the biggest trailer of all time?
What's that?
Endgame.
Oh my god, I'm an idiot. Yeah.
What do you
That's
think?
gonna-
What do you think? I thought that was a fantastic
listen.
trailer. I thought that was the best trailer
Listen,
Marvel's ever released.
They don't need to do anything else. They have everyone's money. Let's be real. They shouldn't spoil it anymore.
Yeah, no. They said they're only going to show
Like
trailer
the-
first 15 minutes.
Mhm,
I
yep,
love
yep,
that. That is
yep.
such a good move.
And let's keep it like that.
Yeah, I think
you
we should
know?
keep it like that for the rest of the Marvel movies.
But I kind of thought that they should have just left Ronan kind of like out of the trailer, because like if we saw it in theaters, you know how hyped we'd be if we saw that. Like he was
was in the-
Hawkeye.
oh, Hawkeye,
yeah,
you mean?
Yeah. When
I was like, because I hear Ronan, I think of Guardians Ronan.
yeah, but like now Hawkeye's alter ego, he changes apparently.
See, no, I know nothing about that, and I don't really want to learn about it because I don't want to be like spoiled.
Yeah,
But-
I'm not gonna say anything.
But the impression that I get is that he's like a
He's
hired
pissed.
gun.
yeah,
Yeah.
he looks angry too. So it's
Oh
like,
yeah, he looks furious.
like this is post snap. So
Probably lost his fam.
I was just gonna say that. I'm like,
That would be my guess.
yeah. All right, so we're gonna move on to Game of Thrones season 8 trailer. You see that yet?
I did see that.
Oof, I'm so excited.
Yummy.
Dude, my birthday month is gonna be so great. Just like Lion King, Game of Thrones, Pet Sematary is coming out. That's a great movie. If no one ever seen the first one,
I haven't.
it's just gonna be great. Game of Thrones.
Thrones looks like
I think Tyrion's gonna take it eventually, but
the throne.
yeah. You let my dog out?
Yeah, give me a second, everybody. Gomez,
Yeah.
keep talking about Thrones.
Yeah. So Game of Thrones. I have my money on Daenerys dying. Dude, I don't think she's gonna. Jon Snow's not gonna die again. Here, lock it.
Yeah.
But yeah, Jon Snow's not gonna die again. If he dies again, that's just so stupid. But like
What's Jon Snow's sister's name?
Arya and Sansa, the redhead Sansa.
Arya is going to be on the
I have
throne at the end.
I have a gut feeling.
That's-
it's either.
I think who's going to be leading. She's too badass,
She is.
and they hype her up because
Yeah,
she's just
they
a
do.
fucking warrior.
Yeah.
She's a war warrior. Say that 10 times fast.
War-
War warrior.
But
And she's gonna get those huge dire wolves,
oh my god.
and she's
yeah.
gonna ride them into the sunset.
Into the sunset.
That's my guess. I'm so excited.
mean,
for
you never
Thrones.
know
I
what-
watched it all, the entire thing last
You
year.
never told me or Jan that you were watching it. Like, how could you be quiet on it? I don't know how. The fuck you
Dude,
did that.
I watched it in a week. I watched all of it in a week in college, and I skipped all my classes
Yeah. So
that
when-
week, and we just made it a Thrones week.
Yeah.
How bad is that?
No, I was
That's
just-
senioritis, man.
It was
So happy
I
to be
can't
done
even talk
school.
shit because I did the same thing all 5, but I did it across 3 weeks, and that fucked up my sleep like
Yeah,
bad.
yeah.
It's
But it's
like-
such a good show.
Yeah, when I was at Rutgers in my apartment, like,
My dad says it's the greatest show of all time.
oh, your dad watches it?
Yeah, he got me.
Good
He was
man.
the one that was like really pushing me into it.
Yeah, nah. Whoever's missing out, I mean, I know people don't like dragons and shit, but this show is like,
I think
It's
it's better than the Lord of the Rings trilogy.
oh, absolutely.
And because like I'm not huge into that fantasy element
I
stuff.
like Lord of the Rings. I bet, like, yeah, I'm not huge into the fantasy either.
I'm more of a superhero
sci-fi
guy.
guy.
Yeah, sci-fi.
But, like,
definitely more sci-fi.
It's
Just
like alright,
action
so
adventure.
like shit like this is why I had this podcast, because like, or we, excuse me, because I need you more than anything. But
Wow.
yeah, I wouldn't be here without that.
My heart grew 10 sizes that day.
Dude, I told you, I was like, I need you as my like partner in this, and like,
He needs my charisma,
I
my
need
wit,
your charisma, your wit,
and my charm, and my good looks.
I need that Italian flavor, you know.
Yeah.
I don't need a Gavone. Is that what it-
What were you talking about before we went on that beautiful tangent?
the fuck is I saying?
I think you were talking about
I
Thrones.
was like, why I have this podcast? Because like I know so many people that are just low key nerds, and they just like they're scared to talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, so Game of Thrones,
That's true.
Westworld, Marvel movies, everybody loves that. You love nerd culture. It's just like people love it, and they're just like, yeah, like a lot of guys I know are just like quiet about it. I'm like, I don't give a fuck what people think, but like,
yeah, I
this
mean,
is why I wanted to have this. 'cause,
I've
like,
always
you guys,
talked about this
You
stuff.
guys aren't alone. All right, you are not alone.
You could like football
Yeah.
and Marvel movies.
Yeah, and like to be honest, like my friends, like some of my friends don't even know I'm like crazy about this like shit, and like this is actually Vespe's, I think, his first time in my room. So like
That's not true. I slept in here.
oh true,
I slept in here
no homo.
and told our other friends that Freddy Krueger was in the closet, and they were like, "Yo, you can't say that. Now we can't sleep in the closet."
No, but if you come in, if you look at my room, like it's all this like Funko shit, Marvel stuff. Like I can never bring a girl back here.
Oh, Pshaw.
Pshaw.
That's not true.
I was just like, nah. I'm just saying.
I
I'm
think
like, this is
I
not
think you
the
should be
most
more
attractive.
worried that it's in your parents' house. That's why I wouldn't want to bring a
Yeah,
girl back here.
It's. I mean, it's not bad.
I'm not allowed to bring girls to my room, only to the basement.
No.
That's still a true fact
mean,
when I come home,
Lois-
even though I have a place.
Lois, I wouldn't be surprised. She'd be like, nah.
Yeah, she's like,
Keep the shit downstairs. So
I think it's because my younger sister.
why is she a troublemaker?
No, but like if she sees me bringing somebody upstairs to my room,
Oh yeah.
and she gets that, she's like, well, I can have that same privilege too.
All right. Next topic. Game of Thrones is gonna be lit.
Game of Thrones is gonna be
So
lit.
this is our last.
April, right?
Yeah, April. Yeah. Oh God, I can't wait. That's
There's
like,
just so many good movies. I thought 2018 was such a bad year for movies and television,
Yeah, I agree.
and
So agree.
I thought 2018 was just like the worst year ever.
Yeah. All right.
But yeah, I think it's gonna be a good year for movies.
Yeah, we're gonna go to our final segment, Ghostbusters 2020.
Oh, I love this.
Yeah,
I
I'm
love
so
that.
excited.
I love that. Who is it? Is it Universal?
I don't fucking know.
I love that they think that this Ghostbuster franchise is still like this huge money cash grab, and that like, oh well, we did it wrong, and now we're just gonna like reboot it again.
No, it's not a reboot. Do you know what it is?
I do.
It's a sequel to the original too.
But like
I
how?
heard it's like their kids or some shit.
Oh.
And the whole cast is coming back.
Isn't it the director's?
It's the director's son.
Yeah.
So if listeners here, Ivan Reitman, who directed the 1984 original, is producing it, and his son Jason, who did Juno and Up in the Air. I don't know what that is.
You never seen Up in the Air?
And direct. No.
It's a George Clooney movie where he
okay.
fires people all over the world.
Well, yeah, he's doing that. He's directing it, and it's gonna be the original cast coming back, like Bill Murray, and it's gonna be 2020. I mean, honestly, I wanted I think it was 2016 where the female one came out. I wanted that to be good. I loved the trailer and everything, but it just
it wasn't good.
It was not good. Like it was horrible, in my opinion.
All right, well, here's my hot take. I don't understand the whole, like, Ghostbusters. I don't think the movies are that good. The first or the second.
Damn, I'm actually kind of shocked you're saying that.
Yeah.
But, I mean, not that I fucking, like, cream all over it for it. But, like, I just,
Stay Puft Marshmallow, man.
Yeah.
It's like, it's such a big part of our culture, but I just never understood why they were so good.
I think it's the song.
You really think the whole thing is the song?
Yeah.
I think it's a cool idea, and they used cool special effects.
At the time,
at the time, and I love that practical special effects stuff. Yeah. That's what I eat up. That's my favorite.
I actually just watched it like 2 nights ago, and holds up for an 80s movie.
Yeah, and like I love the 80s cheese that they throw into it. And there was no 80s cheese in the girl one.
Yeah.
In the reboot. I don't even know what the reboot was trying to do. They got Paul Feig, who's a great director.
Yeah, he did Bridesmaids.
Yeah, he directed a couple episodes of The Office.
Yeah, that's true.
Co-wrote that show Freaks and Geeks with Judd Apatow.
Yeah, classic.
I love Paul Feig.
I don't know what happened though. I just think it was just so, like, Chris Hemsworth was there and he's like the dumbass. I get it, but the rest of it, like, I wanted it to do so well, and like the trailer sold me, but just I don't know what happened. I don't know what happened.
It's a bunch of funny people not being funny.
Yeah, I think they're trying too hard.
Yeah.
And
I love Kristen Wiig too, and Melissa McCarthy. They're all great.
Yeah,
it was just it was like Bridesmaids, Ghostbusters.
Yeah.
It was it was just two things that just shouldn't have gone together.
But it's the same story too, essentially. But it's like, I don't know. It was just like a modern take on it, and it just completely failed. But I'm excited for this new one.
Well, my question is, how come Ocean's 11 worked?
That failed, apparently. I mean, didn't make as much, apparently.
Really?
That's what I heard. Like, I heard probably it made money, but I heard it's getting bashed, like, review-wise.
I get that, like, that there should definitely be female-led movies, 100%. I love that. I love that that's, like, something that we're, like, gunning for in this time.
Yeah.
You don't have to rehash a movie that's, like...
Just make it be original.
Yeah, yeah. Like Captain Marvel. At least it's original.
Yeah.
It's, like, its own thing. It's not like it's, like, here's the girl version of Captain America. I just
think people are, like, pressuring themselves, but, like... Just the word female, just make a movie. All right?
Yeah.
Just make the movie.
Make a good movie.
Thinking about it.
Make a good movie with like a real, like an actual female story, and not just like slapping them onto the Ghostbusters because it's 2018.
Yeah.
Or 2017.
Yeah, exactly.
It just seemed fake. I saw the trailer for this new one. It's crazy to me how fast the turnaround is, and how they think, this Ghostbusters is just this like crazy lucrative franchise.
I mean,
after this female one just like failed.
The way they shot the trailer, I was very excited. Like, I don't know what they did, like the setting and the mood, and like you heard the classic music, and I was like, ooh, this is definitely like.
They've been trying to make this movie for forever.
Yeah.
Did you know?
It has
like,
been. Yeah.
It's been like Dan Aykroyd has been promising this movie for like his entire career.
This is since like the 2000s, I feel like.
Yeah,
I do remember.
I think it's been even like before that, probably after the second one came out.
Yeah, that's crazy. I mean, let it happen. I mean, Bill Murray.
I don't think he's gonna. Bill Murray has been the reason why they didn't do it. Because,
oh, really?
Because he was like, no. He was like, I don't want to do this again.
Why the fuck not?
And now Harold Ramis is
gone.
Yeah, he's gone.
He's gone. Rest in peace.
I think I loved Harold Ramis. I thought he was a great writer and director.
What if they made him like a CGI ghost?
I would hate that.
Do you think so?
I would absolutely hate it.
Never mind. I mean, as like a 10-second cameo.
I don't know. I don't think I would like it.
All right.
Would you?
I mean, if they had like an emotional part, and,
I think
like,
if they
Harold Ramis like as a dedication, like you saw him as in ghost form, I wouldn't hate it. For 10
Saw him
seconds.
in ghost form though.
They're gonna write him off as dead. I'm assuming. Oh no, he's on vacation. What the fuck are they gonna say, Vespe?
He's on a connecting flight.
Yeah. The fucking end of the world's happening, and he just happens to be fucking like doing shit.
I wonder what the plot of the movie's gonna be.
I heard it's their kids.
It's their kids,
and yeah.
It's probably gonna
pretty
be
much it.
very little Dan Aykroyd and.
I think it's gonna be a.
You know what was the proper Ghostbusters 3?
What?
The video game.
Did
you ever play the video game?
No, I saw it was years. That was what, years ago?
Came out for like Xbox 360, yeah,
Yeah.
and PS3.
Yeah, I never played it, but it did look. I played a demo.
I never played it, but I watched the cutscenes online.
You're such a loser.
I am such a nerd. That's why I'm here.
Ghostbusters 3 all cutscenes. That shit happens though. It's on YouTube.
I know.
everywhere.
It's got 1 billion fucking views.
like
probably.
you can watch like Mortal Kombat clips.
Cutscenes.
Cutscenes. Yeah, I'm like, wow.
I was watching Sonic 06 review by the Angry Video Game Nerd the other night before you came over and we pre-gamed.
Oh my god.
Talk about nerdy. He was somebody. Do you follow him at all, James Rolfe?
Who's that?
The Angry Video Game Nerd. He's got a pretty big following. He's been doing it for a really long
Angry
time.
Joe?
No. I don't.
No, I don't. I probably recognize it. There's so
I
many
bet you would.
fucking YouTubers.
He wrote off the Ghostbusters reboot with the girls and was like, I'm just not gonna see it. He was like, he was like, I don't think it looks good. I'm just not gonna pay money to see it.
That's so funny.
Because he's like, I don't want to get mad. I know I'm not gonna like it. It looks nothing like Ghostbusters. I'm not gonna see it. And then that blew up and was like misogynist.
Yeah, I was just gonna go say
but he just
to that.
he blew that off. He was like, that's not true. Everybody knows.
Because that same shit happened with Ocean's 8. I don't know for sure, but I think it was Mindy Kaling or what's her name?
Yeah,
That's it, from The Office.
Love her.
Yeah, she's great. She was saying like
her new movie just got picked up by Amazon, so that means
she's making a movie.
It was at Sundance, and Amazon bought the rights to it, so we won't see it in theaters, which I'm mad about. But
Whatever,
anyway,
good for her.
anyway.
But yeah, she was saying about Ocean's 8 and like the bad reviews was just like no one wants to see a female movie. I'm like that's not true.
That's not what
I
it
think,
is.
like, it's
yeah,
not at all. Like if it's a movie, if it's a good movie, it's a good movie. Like I loved Wonder Woman, shit like that.
Wonder Woman was great.
Yeah, I love that though. Cause
The Kids Are All Right, also a great female-led movie with
wow.
Julianne Moore. You ever see that? Or
I don't
Julie
think
Moore?
I saw that.
That's so good.
What was it about? Kids.
It's these two women, and they have these kids together with the same sperm donor,
Yeah.
played by Mark Ruffalo,
Yeah.
and then he comes like back into their lives.
Yeah.
And it kind of plays out that way. It was
that's
really
crazy.
good. I really like that movie. That was actually my true introduction to Mark Ruffalo.
Ruffalo was
Before Hulk.
You want to hear mine?
Yeah.
13 going on 30.
I've never
Yo,
saw that.
Oh my god.
This will be the last that we see of Ruffalo
You think?
as Hulk.
Oh,
Yeah.
he said he was gonna drop it.
No, that's just my that's
Oof.
my humble guess.
Oof. Really?
And we're never gonna get a Hulk solo movie.
No, because I don't think anyone knows.
Closest we'll ever get is Thor Ragnarok.
I mean, Marvel has still Hulk the property is still a toss up between Marvel and Universal, so it's kind of like they can sell products and stuff, but they can't make a movie because they still signed his.
He can
rights
be
away.
in other movies,
Yeah.
but they can't make a Hulk movie.
Yeah.
Which is so weird.
Yeah. Well, that's the thing.
And
'cause-
Universal just doesn't want to play ball.
Well, that's the thing. Marvel was broke in like the early 2000s where they had to sell all their rights.
Yeah,
like,
they're selling away
that's
all their
the thing.
characters.
So
Sadly.
yeah, I know. That's just now they're blown up and they're getting them all back, and now they're gonna have Disney Plus, which is gonna be insane.
And they bought Fox, so
And
they
they
have
bought
all
Fox.
of those back. And Sony is loving that they're getting press for Spider-Man because they're making money off that.
Well,
movie.
they're doing their own. Like they're trying to do their own Spider-Man stuff without Spider-Man. How stupid is that?
Oh, like Venom.
Yeah.
I liked Venom a lot.
Well, they're doing a Morbius movie,
I don't know who that is.
so he's like a vampire in like the animated Spider-Man, and like
There's vampires in the MCU.
yeah, but
Blade, right?
Blade, yeah, but
Yeah.
like he's being played by the Joker. What's his name from Suicide Squad?
Joaquin Phoenix.
No.
Oh,
Suicide.
Jared Leto.
Leto, yeah, he's getting played
The
by
worst
Leto.
Joker ever.
Yeah, that was garbage. I'm not
Oh
gonna lie.
my
Well, he tried to be
God.
Heath Ledger and all like fucking eccentric.
Sending rats to people.
Yeah, to Will Smith. Oh my
I
god.
really don't like that.
Just do your job.
Yeah.
Do your job, guy. Don't
Stop-
send rats.
Stop doing publicity.
Stop trying to
stunts.
be Heath Ledger.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. Peace, Heath Ledger.
Best Joker ever.
Best Joker ever.
Jack
But,
Nicholson was pretty good too.
Yeah, he gets
Mark Hamill,
Hamill.
great Joker
Best
voice.
Joker.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Mark Hamill, man.
What were we talking about? What was this topic that
I
we
was
did?
Ghostbusters.
What, this has all been under the Ghostbusters.
I know, but we're just ranting at this point.
I'm excited to see this. I'm definitely gonna go see this Ghostbusters movie.
Yeah.
I'm excited to see where it's gonna go.
I'm surprised you don't really like Ghostbusters because it's such your vibe.
People have
like,
said that to me before.
Goofy, funny, like.
I don't know. It just doesn't make me laugh that much, and it's like a pure comedy. Just gotta make me laugh.
I thought you'd be like a huge Bill Murray fan.
I think he's good.
Yeah,
I think he's funny.
he's good.
He's not up there with the Jim Carreys and the Jack Blacks and the Steve Carells of the world, but
That's true.
I'm sure a lot of older people would be like, "Whoa, hold on there, young kid."
Yeah, the baby boomers would definitely yell at you.
Yeah,
for that.
that's like their favorite comedian.
Yeah, I feel you. Whoop, Mike fell.
Did you see that?
Yeah, you're just gonna have to spin that on. But yeah. But yeah, so Ghostbusters 2020, I'm actually really excited. It's just crazy how they're filming it so fast and the trailer just fucking dropped. So
I'm just gonna cradle this little baby boy.
yeah, technical difficulties.
This is our first run.
Yeah, this is
at
our first run, first episode. All right, so we're gonna wrap it up, guys. This is the mashup, the premiere episode. I'm Gomez, joined by
Nick
Nick,
Vespe, as they call me.
the Ramit guy.
Yeah.
Please tune in every Monday. We drop episodes. We're gonna be on pod.
Are we not doing the second part where we talk about side bitches?
Well, we're gonna break it up. Give it
Okay.
like a little intermission.
A nice
But,
little intermission. Give a nice little place where somebody can
Yeah, we're gonna-
advertise.
Yeah, I'll probably just
I gotta go to work also.
but yeah, guys, catch us on Monday. We're gonna be
Thanks so much for tuning in.
Yeah, seriously, we're gonna be here on iTunes and we're gonna be on YouTube. So check us.
Check us out on YouTube so you can look at us.
Check us out on social media. Instagram, probably Twitter, but mainly Instagram and Facebook. So yeah, it's a wrap. All right, we'll see you guys next time.
Thanks for listening.
All right, now we're just gonna. Nothing scripted, but
It's never scripted on this show.
actually, yeah. What am I saying? It's never scripted. If it was scripted, then damn. Just like
If this was scripted and we memorized all this
Oh,
stuff,
God.
that would be impressive.
that, yeah.
And we made it seem like it was this off the top of our heads.
No, it's scripted. I'm holding cue cards.
Yeah.
This whole
We
entire
just
time.
killed like 50 trees.
I'm
Yeah.
Ron Burgundy? Question mark?
Good night, planet Earth. Just like
So as Gomez promised at the
Oh
at the
my
beginning of this
God.
episode,
yeah.
he said, "For the second half, we talk about life, anything, side bitches."
All right. First off,
So
Jack,
So I want to hold him up to that standard.
no.
I want to hear your take.
No.
I want to hear your latest side bitch experience, and we'll keep it all nameless, unless we want to delve into names
Dude, I don't know.
and just blow up people's spots.
Side bitches. I don't. What are my thoughts on it? Y'all should be loyal.
Oh
That's-
no! Oh! I thought you were saying the side bitch should be loyal to the guy that she's
No.
side bitching.
No. That's some snaky shit though for a girl to do that.
I don't know why any girl would want to be that.
Yeah.
Well, I guess nobody wants to be it, but why would you accept that?
Yeah. You're not getting the attention. You're not.
It's daddy issues, I guess. Maybe.
Oh my
Oh
god!
my
I don't know.
God.
I don't know if it's
Problem,
that.
problem solved. There you
Yeah,
go.
we could just throw
That's
that.
a huge generalization. I
Yeah,
feel like.
that works for me.
I don't know how people. Dude, I don't even know what I ate for breakfast. Then.
Have
Like,
you ever
how
been a
would-
side bro?
I don't know.
Yes.
How would I know?
You really?
Yeah, it's horrible.
You've been a side bro?
Yeah,
Oh God.
with a ex-girlfriend. Thought it
Ah.
was.
Oh.
Yeah,
Wow,
yeah.
that hurts
That's-
my soul.
Yeah,
That's a-
it
that's
was.
That's a hot take.
Yeah.
Hot take coming
Hot
out the
take.
oven. Easy.
That sucks.
Yeah. No, it's the worst part is when you find out you are. Yeah.
You find out you're on the side.
Yeah, there's like maybe 2-3 other guys there too. So it's
Ooh.
like,
Ooh.
yeah.
I've never.
And see, like the thing with like as a guy, you just like what they just come over and that's it. But like with girls, it's more of it's that extra.
Am
kinda
I like a
relationship
sappy
stuff.
bitch? But like, I just feel weird if I was just being used like that as a side bro.
I mean, some guys don't care. Like they're
Well,
okay
yeah,
with
no
it.
shit,
Yeah.
because we just want to have sex. Like, guys are fucking.
Girls want to have sex too.
Yeah,
Yeah, they
but they're
do.
not like us.
Sometimes, sometimes they
Testosterone.
like
I don't know.
take it like on an emotional level too. That's like the shitty part.
I mean, when you're like a side piece but see, the thing that holds on is they'll probably like talk you up and say like, oh, like, I just
Yeah.
want you to
Yeah.
be around.
Yeah, they'll be like, let's cuddle and
My bad.
stuff.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, that's the shitty part because they'll be like, oh,
My
let's
side
cuddle.
bitch is calling me.
Yeah.
I'll be right back.
Yeah, right. He's just closing the door. Jenny, if you're listening to this, he's just closing the door.
Jen knows all about my side bitches.
Oh, is
Oh
that the
my
one that
God.
just texted you?
I'm just kidding.
No, it's my
that was
fucking-
not my
That's
phone.
my
that went off.
iPad over there.
Yeah,
No, I know. I don't have any.
I'm
side
going through your
bitches.
text messages.
Dude, I
right
just
now.
think it's so much work. Like, why would you? I don't know. You ain't- It's just so much work.
Life isn't easy.
It ain't easy.
Being in a relationship is
cheesy.
not easy. It's not easy being cheesy.
Yeah, it's not easy. Period for anything.
No.
Yeah, I don't know.
Anything worth doing is never easy.
I only like the memes.
It's funny because I didn't even. I was using the side bitch thing as like our conversation can go anywhere. That's what I was trying to say.
Gomez deliberately did not want to talk about side
I
bitches.
know. I just.
I'm
like,
trying to make him talk about it. I feel like he has some good
No,
stories.
I don't. I don't. I'm like,
I
sorry.
promise I
Sorry to
don't.
disappoint because this shit's on the internet. First off, I'm like, I don't have anything.
He
I probably
doesn't want to
looked-
out anyone.
Watch the
that's it.
YouTube comments and be like, yo, Gomez is so shady. Why is he fucking smiling? They're gonna like edit this and
He's
zoom on my
saying
face.
this just to secretly flex. That's it.
I'm flexing,
Yeah.
flexing bond strength.
You gotta be.
I guess
humble.
it's not because if you're single, it's not a side bitch. Because then I
just
guess
a
every
friend.
yeah,
A
it
friend
just
with
yeah,
benefit.
it's a friend with a benefit.
Yeah,
Be-
but like
even if it's a lot of them,
It's
because
such-
then there's no like
Yeah.
there's no main.
But like, listen, we're playing at such a different playing field because we're like old now. So like we're
And what social media does
Oh, I hate
to change, like, displaying who you are in a relationship and outside of one, is toxic. Like,
It's so-
Yeah.
Dude, people
I hate-
advertise it like crazy.
People
Not
hate
that I
social
haven't.
media.
It's not like I haven't advertised, my relationship on Instagram, but like, there's some people that just like it's not the real story.
no, it's not. I think
Yeah,
it's so
I hate
petty
it.
too. How
It's,
some
it's,
people
it's
use
'cause
it.
like social media feeds attention, and attention is a very, very addicting thing.
Social media's fake, people. Those 300 likes are from random accounts. They don't know that.
I
many
also
people.
think that
You-
there
you-
are
you can
people.
pay
I wanna
accounts
say.
too. That's crazy.
Yeah. Oh, hot topic. The Fire documentary.
I was thinking about
So
that.
they were like.
You
the
talking
part-
about the jet?
Yeah, so
we were talking
if,
about this
if
last
no
night.
one saw the Fire documentary on Netflix, you should watch it. There's 2 versions, one on Hulu. But
Apparently, the Hulu one's a little better.
yeah, I heard it's
I've only
from
seen the
hi-
Netflix
the
one.
guy's perspective. So I mean,
Oh, it's more about Billy.
yeah, he's actually in it.
Oh, that makes
But
sense.
like he's in it. But anyways, like I was saying, with Fire at the end of the documentary, there's a company in Russia that gets paid to take pictures of girls on private jets that are just docked.
you
which
pay
is
you
crazy.
pay them to sit on a private jet that's not going anywhere. It's
Yeah.
it's in the airport, and you go in and you sit there and you have a photo shoot on the private jet, making it seem like you're on a private jet and you're doing these
and you're
incredible
rich.
things.
Yeah, I mean,
It happens. I mean, there was a.
it's so stupid.
Did you see? All right, so
People
Bow
want to
Wow,
flex.
right? I think it was Bow Wow. He posted something on Instagram about like being on a private jet or whatever, and at the same time, someone found him on the economy seat. On Yeah.
Well, Bow Wow's fucking not significant.
Bow Wow's also the same guy who like
Listen,
yeah, but
who-
I'm saying that's how
he had a
how
video-
it is with like
he had a
social
video
media
of
right now.
himself like behind people, and he's like
He's like hiding in a hoodie.
Yeah, he's like,
yeah, 'cause
they
no
don't
one-
know who I am.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It's
Bow
like,
Wow.
but like they didn't know who he was.
Yeah.
Listen, Bow
It's
Wow.
not 2003 anymore,
No,
Bow Wow.
I know. I was gonna say if this was 2000s or 1999.
Okay, but wait. I don't know if it was Bow Wow, so I don't want to
No,
like
it
know
is.
his name.
Was
though.
it Bow Wow? Right, he did the.
No, I'm talking about the thing I brought up. I don't know if it was
We're
exactly
playing
him. Yeah.
basketball. Remember that little Bow Wow movie? Like Mike?
Yeah, dude.
That was
great.
Bow Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude.
It's little
He had-
Bow
he
Wow
got
back
the
then.
He got Michael Jordan's shoes.
He was like,
on a wire. or
Make me
something.
like Mike. Yeah. Yeah, the shoes. They had the shoes up there. Oh my god, that was the same. The villain, the kid villain in that movie is the same bad guy in Black Mirror in the Star Trek episode.
Oh.
Wait,
yeah,
the one that we saw?
He's from Breaking Bad, too.
Yeah, he is. And he's in
You
that
saw
movie,
Breaking Bad,
Paul.
Oh, yeah,
Is that
yeah.
the virtual reality episode? The one that we watched?
Yeah, where he plugs his brain into the gaming
wow.
thing. Yeah, it's pretty crazy.
And it's like a Star Trek kind of.
Yeah, okay.
And he's like
Wanted
the
to make
captain.
sure.
Yeah, but like, I don't know. I mean, what the fuck was I gonna talk about? I'm
Side
blanking
bitches.
out.
Basketball.
The Side Bitches Basketball Fire
Go
documentary.
Sixers.
But I don't know. So I feel bad for people that are like really heavy on social media because I feel like it's a second job at like some point.
I think that there's like there's an obligation sort of in this world that we live in right
Yeah.
now, if you're like our age, and to have some kind of presence on social media so people can like keep up with you. And
Yeah.
I don't know. I really don't like it. I use my Instagram.
You don't give a shit
a
on social
joke.
media.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you just post like King K. Rool and like you don't give a fuck.
Yeah,
I think it's
have
such a
social
joke.
media.
I like to post a picture of Brendan Fraser every now and then.
Yeah.
Just
you
so
do.
like when you're scrolling through Twitter and you see this picture that this girl put like a million effort into and like posed
Oh, yeah,
and like
no
modeled,
filter,
yeah,
filter,
and like
yeah.
got all dressed up to take this picture, and then you scroll and you see a picture of Brendan Fraser
girls
as
are
the next
so
picture.
deceptive.
That's why I just do for the laughs. I think people take things way too serious on social media. It makes me so mad.
It's just
I could, if I were to like cut my arm open right now, and just like
Okay.
bad expression. I meant like if I were to like show you my blood and like tell you exactly what I want
Nobody
to talk
makes me
about right
bleed
now,
my own
because I could
blood.
talk about this, how that we're kind of ruining the society with social media for like hours.
No, it's true. It's true. Like back in high school, I used to be I don't know why, but I used to be around like these like emo depressed kids, and this is when Facebook is really like popular. If you went through my feed, so many pictures of people like cutting themselves and like likes and
Ew.
comments and shit like that. Yeah.
I've never seen that.
You
Damn.
know, okay,
Never
well,
seen that.
you never.
Well,
been
welcome
my
to Cherry
side.
Hill.
Oh,
Cherry
yeah,
Hill doesn't do that.
Oh yeah, that's right. I'm sorry. I come from Camden, so.
No, you don't.
Yeah.
Stop flexing. You
I-
ain't
I
hard.
got-
Pat.
I'm from
You're
Parkside.
not hard.
I'm from Parkside to
You're
Camden.
not hard.
Parkside to Camden. Nah, actually, you know what? I lived in Trenton also.
Nah, he's from Washington Township.
There is
Or
no
something
Central
like
Jersey,
Alright,
by
wish
the
I
way.
was from Wa-
Yeah,
No, wait,
Central
wait,
Jersey's a
wait,
myth.
please don't dox me.
that.
Central Jersey's a myth.
But I don't
I'm
know.
from
Social media is
Edison, New
just
Jersey.
it's crazy because China's doing that whole social ranking. If you've heard of that, do you hear about that?
That is.
That's
Black
literally
Mirror.
Black Mirror.
It's Black Mirror. Yeah, like
It's
in
like a
real life.
status thing.
But it's like it's so shitty. Like
Social media
I
just
saw,
makes me sad.
I saw like a romance movie with that type of like idea behind it. It
How
didn't
was-
seem so.
How was the
dark.
movie?
It was fucking awesome.
Ooh.
But like people were like trying to cheat their status and like they're paying people to like increase their ranking and stuff. Like there's
Yeah.
a lot of fraud going on.
that makes sense. But I don't know. It's just it's just so hard to keep up, and like they already like proven like the more you're on social media, the more depressed you are. So it's like
Oh, that's true. I believe
it's
that.
like I don't know.
This desire to like want to show everybody that you're killing it all the time.
I
It's just
know.
not how it is.
It's just
You have good days and you have
Yeah.
bad days.
I mean,
it's so
I
true.
personally, I had to delete Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, and everything just because it was making me so depressed. Like, all right, what I want to know is when I go through like stories on Snapchat, how do people always have something to do? Like they'll be
know.
like blowing it up, and it's not even just sitting there. Like they'll be out doing shit every single day.
Don't get me started on my old Snapchat stories that come up that make me
Are we
like
talking-
depressed every time I open like my 2 years ago Snapchats.
Oh god.
I
Well, that's the
wanna
thing. College is over. I mean, like, have you noticed a dip?
College
A number of
wasn't
like
what I was talking about.
no, but anyways, have you noticed a dip in social media Instagram posts after college? Like, I feel like everyone's just working, or it's like they just don't post a lot. As
I guess
much.
with dudes,
I think
girls are the same.
Yeah, girls are the same.
It's just selfies, right?
I don't know.
Out of it.
But like, listen. Okay, so I was watching Aquaman.
Ha,
Yeah,
full
right.
full circle.
Full circle. But I ran into someone from my grade, and he was like, "Wow, dude, how you been?" I'm like, "I'm good. I'm good. Like, how is everything with you?" He's like, "Oh, I'm good." He's like, "Oh yeah, I saw your Snapchats, man. They look so lit." And I'm like, I was like, "Listen, that's not the reality, man. Like, I can post a Snapchat like one weekend and act like we're pre-gaming when we're just like chilling. Yeah, and like the fact that he said that, I was just like, I'm not going out like that, like what you think it is, because he's only seeing me through Snapchat.
Yeah, people will use that too as like, oh man, like you're always going out, or like they'll like
invite me, take me with you.
Well, that too, but like they see this one thing and then they use that as like this is how that person is all of the time too.
Yeah.
So I mean, and I don't know, it's just and relationships today, like if you're in a relationship with somebody that like cares about it,
shit. No one wants to know.
No one cares.
Or
no one cares. I'm sorry.
No, the people that do care definitely don't want your relationship to be successful.
Yeah, I just that's a hot take.
Damn.
That's what I personally believe.
Damn, that is a hot take,
that's cold.
man.
Why would you get invested
cold-hearted bastard?
That's true.
Yeah, but why would
that's
you get invested
true.
in someone else's relationship? You know what I mean?
Just to see it fail.
Yeah, right. It's exciting. It's
you know what I hate?
Train wreck.
You know what I hate when those people that
God damn.
I know this isn't a common thing, but like that small population of people that wear she's my girlfriend, she's my boyfriend. Yo, I'm gonna collect them when you guys break up. That's all I'm gonna say. Let me collect them shirts. But
relationships aren't easy.
They should start making shirts saying that's my ex.
That's my ex.
Yeah. How funny would that be?
We're like, I'm blocked by my ex on
you'd
in
be
social
surprised
media.
the type of
I would wear that shirt.
Segueing into a lighter topic, you'd be surprised at the type of t-shirts people wear. There's like on Reddit, there's a whole subreddit with just the most specific type of t-shirts you can find.
God.
Born, like, all right, the most common one's like born on this month, and then it'll just say a whole description.
That's what we should do.
Yeah.
We should wear the most fucked up shirts on the podcast.
I had a Smash Brothers shirt I was gonna wear,
something
but
like that.
I was so hungover and I wore this out last night and I just woke up.
I was on Instagram and I saw a shirt saying I'm okay with violence. I just wanted to wear that like on this just to see.
I'm just mad at myself that I just admitted that I was hungover.
Well, that's the thing.
And wore this last night.
If everyone,
I wonder who's gonna watch this and who's gonna be like, oh boy.
People are hungover.
Whatever. I mean,
when they're hungover.
Yeah.
Right, just specifically
bunch of asshats. This is what I wanted to do on my Monday night, But it's funny because so last night we went out, Vespe, me and my friend Jake, we left and I was completely bombed and we went to Wendy's.
I was like holding you up. You were dancing so hard. Everybody, you were bouncing.
I was dancing.
You were bouncing into these people behind us, and they kept looking at me, like hold on to him.
Anyway, jackass.
Anyway,
I didn't eat dinner.
I know. I remember you said that, and you were
all right. So I come
ripping
back.
shots without us, without even telling us.
I didn't even.
All right.
Paid for the shots.
Me.
Oh, because I was like, I don't even remember.
No, I'm talking about the Bacardi before.
Oh, yeah,
anyway,
yeah.
we're getting way too into last night.
Yeah, they're gonna figure out like
exactly where we are. Yeah.
Well, we already kind of doxed ourselves.
Yeah.
All right. Well, anyways, I was at Wendy's and I was
just
like,
censor that.
Let's cut that.
Hey, I was at Wendy's and I was like, hey, Nick might be really fucking hungry. So I literally pocketed in my North Face a Baconator sandwich. And I walk back in. The guy doesn't like pat me down or anything, whatever. He just lets me back in. And I go up to Vespe and Jenny. I'm like, you want a sandwich? And I just gave it to him. He's like, Jenny's like, where the fuck did you get that? I'm like, Nick, you want food? And you immediately just grabbed it.
Yeah.
Give me that.
I was like a Wendy's Baconator.
Hell yeah. At the peak of our drunkenness.
I was getting a lot of love last night on this.
Oh, you were wearing that?
The bouncer dapped me up, gave me a huge hug, and was like, I put $3,000 on Rams money line, baby. Let's go.
God.
I'm the biggest Rams fan this weekend. I was like,
I think we ain't done yet. He's
yet.
like, you think is that for
and
the team?
then a Rams fan came up to me and was talking about and I knew he was a Rams fan because he was going into like the Jeff Fisher days back when we were
he's an oldie.
back when we were St. Louis.
Yeah, he's an oldie.
And it was crazy. It's just so cool when your team's in the Super Bowl. How, everybody's.
Yeah, let's talk about that. The Super Bowl is gonna be huge.
Next week.
Damn.
I guess next Sunday we're gonna be doing this on Super Bowl Sunday.
Oh, that's gonna be lit.
Or maybe we do a Saturday.
It doesn't matter. I was thinking
we should do like a Saturday night one where we're
we
sipping on beers.
Yeah.
That would be awesome.
We need Fayford here.
Fayford to sit in the middle, doesn't get his own mic.
Yeah.
And just moves over if he has something to say.
Oh my
that would be hilarious.
Oh my god. But the Rams, obviously they don't want Tom Brady to win. I mean, they do have a defense this year.
I think the Rams are
going
to win.
Be a tough
if you want to hear more about the Rams, you can tune into Rams Brothers the Pod. That's me and my brother. We talk about the Rams. And if you actually type in LA Rams on Apple Podcasts.
And what shows up? Tell me more.
The Rams Brothers show up. It's a picture of me and my brother. It's crazy.
So yeah,
it's crazy. We're like the top 3 We're in the top 3 Rams
If you guys want to follow the
podcasts.
Rams podcast, Rams Bros pod, go to the description below. We'll leave a link. and
Oh,
everything.
yeah,
So yeah, man. Yeah, Nick and Dean kill it. So
And if you want to see my movie Goo Guys, maybe we'll throw a link to that on the bottom
exactly.
too. Filmmaker.
Filmmaker guy, hilarious movie.
Oh, you know what I wanted to say, and I couldn't figure out a good time to talk about it. When we were talking about DC, I actually met the head of Warner Brothers. He was the commencement speaker when I graduated from USC.
Oh, what do you say?
And everybody gets to shake his hand when they get their diploma. And I slipped in. I was like, "Hey, man, you better make that Flashpoint movie." Because I think I love what's his name? Who plays the Flash? Do you know his name? I don't know his name.
Ezra Miller.
I love him as the Flash, and I loved the relationship between the Flash and Batman.
Yeah.
And if they do that movie right, and they go all alternate universes, Spider-Man into the multiverse with Ben Affleck and that Flash,
they're gonna.
It would be. You could even shout out the CW Flash.
You know the Flashpoint story, right?
Yeah.
Like he altered.
Yeah, he alters time.
Yeah.
I think that would be so cool.
Good way to reboot it.
And he told me, he was like, "Oh yeah, we're definitely making it. We're definitely making it." Which is what he probably tells everybody.
Yeah, he's gassing you at this point.
I think that would. I want to see that movie so bad.
That's cool though. You went to USC though for that shit. Like, of course you're gonna have a crazy speaker because you have the best.
We should definitely talk about college one of these episodes.
Yeah.
I could. My whole college experience with Montclair to USC was
Rutgers was a great time.
Here's a truth bomb I'm gonna drop on everybody.
Go.
I had more fun and a better time. And I felt better about myself when I was going to school at Montclair in North Jersey, like this no school nobody's heard of, than
Long story short,
than USC in California, the #1 film school. I got a better education and bang for my buck, and I'm definitely better off with a USC degree.
of course.
But if you were like to track my happiness and
Are we good?
all that.
Yeah. I was just checking on the timer.
Oh,
but yeah.
You cut me off and everything?
Nah,
that's
dude,
all right.
Keep talking.
Oh.
USC, it's so good.
Just talk over.
I'm surprised I haven't visited you yet, because it's just like
Visited me at USC, you mean?
yeah.
Only Arnold visited
it's
me.
expensive.
Arnold was a lot of fun when he came up.
Yeah, that guy.
He's gonna want to be on this so bad.
I know.
He's gonna be all over this.
What the fuck would he want to say? I don't know.
We would have to tell him to enunciate and not mumble.
Enunciate. You guys are gonna go off on your own fucking rant, and I'm gonna be like, you guys are so fucking beat.
He's gonna
like,
go.
hello, brother bear. I'm like, dude, you guys are so lame. I'm gonna kick you out right now. I literally.
I miss you, Arnold.
Another mic.
I'm getting too excited.
Stop pulling on you, jackass.
Dude, I feel like such a badass though when I like move this thing around me.
Yeah, no.
I feel like
Joe Rogan.
I feel like Ryan Seacrest.
Jamie.
I feel like Ryan Seacrest.
I'm Joe Rogan. Have you
Rogan's
done
ridiculous.
LSD? What do you think about marijuana?
Oh.
He always talks about
Is marijuana legal in New Jersey?
No.
No.
Medical. You could actually get a medical card.
Phil Murphy. I don't know.
I have a medical card.
I know Phil
in
Murphy's.
California.
I know Phil Murphy's
Oh,
trying
I
to.
don't know. I don't know who doesn't.
I know Phil Murphy's trying to legalize it, but I don't know how that's gonna.
Yeah, he's been talking about that for a while, hasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, whatever. I mean, I'm not really.
I'm just thinking
I
of
don't give a shit, really.
since we're talking about Joe Rogan, if it's ever legal, that would be cool if we ripped a blunt on this show.
Can you imagine our kids in the future and be like,
Watching this?
yeah, no, yeah, that, but like telling, like, watch like pot be legal everywhere, and it's like a universal thing, and like,
then they don't know the struggle.
yeah, they don't know the struggle of people trying.
It's not going to be
get-
as cool.
They don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't.
It's
know
not
the
gonna be as
struggle of,
cool.
It's literally gonna be prohibition, but with
The
weed.
struggle is what made it so fun back in the day.
Yeah. Right?
Yeah. Oh, I was in Canada, right? Like when it was pretty much legal, and I saw some of the weirdest people smoking.
I'll be back.
Like what? I don't like
Yeah.
using labels, but what we would consider nerdy, they were smoking it there, and it was just like, it made me feel like I don't want to do this. Because they were like, hey, do you want to smoke? Like they call it bun up, right? They were like, hey, you want a bun up? And I'm like, no, not at all.
Okay, hold on.
I don't want to.
I mean,
Because they were like flannel shirts and like the collars buttoned up all the way and stuff like that, and they go to church and stuff. So it's just like I don't.
I'll
associate.
have a blunt with my morning pasture.
Yeah.
Your morning
With
pasture.
my Mormon friends.
Father
Yeah.
John.
Wow, this is a
gonna-
game changer with the headphones, my
Right,
man.
isn't it cool?
Oh my
Yeah, if you
god,
guys are doing a podcast, definitely do headphones because it's kind of like cool to hear yourself.
it is. It sounds so legit.
Let's hark back on the Super Bowl.
Should we get back on the ball? I
Yeah.
think the Rams. If you on paper are
It's
the
gonna be
better
tight.
team. You just can never ever count out Bill Belichick and Tom Brady.
Yeah, you know, he has that clutch gene. You can't deny that from Tom Brady. And what happened with the Chiefs? God damn it! Like wanted the Chiefs and another Rams like Mahomes and Goff. Like that'd be killer.
That was my favorite
Killer.
Monday Night Football game of all time.
Yeah, and
In those color rush jerseys, I thought that was so
and
badass.
it's the highest, wait, is it the highest scoring game?
Yeah. I don't know if it was highest scoring game ever, but it was. That was the first time a team scored 50 points and lost.
That's insane. I mean, yeah, I definitely wanted the Chiefs, and Andy Reid deserved it. You know how long he's been fighting for this shit.
It's weird. I heard you're gonna have to back up your fan base a little bit here, my man, because I heard a lot of Eagles fans first saying, "Oh, Andy Reid deserves it. He deserves to go to the Super Bowl and win one." And then I heard after he lost, typical fucking Andy Reid bullshit.
Listen, jackass, I know you love shitting on the Eagles, but I feel like you're looking for information that supports your claims, all right? Calm down. Calm down, guy.
There's one article.
You know.
It's just one article.
You know our friend group are not aggressive Eagles fans. Unless
Oh
it's
my,
like,
are you kidding me?
chill,
What do you
time
mean?
out.
They so are. I've dealt with every
Alright,
year
you're
of my
dealing
life.
with Johnny.
In the beginning of every season, I've heard every Eagles fan saying, "Hey, it's our year. It's our year. It's our year."
What do you want us to say, butthole?
I'm a logical person, and
we
when
always make the playoffs.
and when the
usually.
Rams were bad, I was never like, "Oh, it's our year. It's our year. It's our year." This is the first year
but we weren't-
I
alright,
ever
so the
thought
Eagles
that,
were up
and maybe
there.
last year.
We're up there every season. We're
Yeah, you guys have been
competitive.
in the playoffs.
Yeah,
like,
we're competitive.
all the time.
We just have that Philly syndrome where our teams choke when it counts.
Yeah.
So of course we're gonna say it's our year because we do have a decent chance.
It's always
every
our year.
So,
It's not.
mean-
Always.
It's not this year, guys.
oh my god,
Okay,
I'm so
well-
salty, dude. My heart broke, and I was just like, what the fuck is Nick gonna say? I was just like waiting for you to say something.
We did good for like having everyone
We
constantly
beat
injured.
ourselves.
Yeah.
We beat
I-
ourselves. Man.
Everyone was
I don't
could've
know.
won.
I don't know how you can get rid of Nick Foles.
But we
Hot
all-
topic, hot take again. Are we doing the Carson Wentz
Well,
Foles talk?
I think that story that came out about Carson Wentz right now, where he's
What's the story?
where they say he's selfish in the locker room
Oh,
and
I heard that was some bullshit.
unnamed sources. I
heard
think
that.
that's total
One
bullshit.
from,
Yeah, yeah.
from one article.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I
think,
heard about
but like
that.
everybody's talking about it. It's like it was on Shannon and Skip on.
Do people just not want to like him?
I think there's a lot of hostility with him coming back having a bad year, and then Nick Foles having to like play essentially like 6
Scary,
playoff
yeah.
games, even though they weren't really playoff games. But you had to beat the Rams, Houston, and the Redskins before you even had a chance to go into the playoffs, and then you won the first round of the playoffs.
Yeah.
Like.
Dude, just let him
I just-
recover. Let Carson. He didn't have a recovering season, so and his back.
Tom
And-
Brady.
There-
Tom
there's a
Brady
lot
came
of-
back.
There's
Well,
a
they-
lot of scrutiny on him.
Well,
There
they
is.
listen.
Definitely
They
the case.
changed the medical staff because I heard the medical staff was kind of like shady, and they tried to put him out too early.
There was a lot of.
So-
Keep going. Keep going.
Yeah, I just heard the medical staff got it changed up, and that they were just like trying to shoot him out real quick and not give him recovery. I mean, he's gonna be great. We just need him to.
The staff was totally shady.
Yeah, I just think he just.
Tom Brady's year after the same injury
But at the
was
same time-
was also bad. His year back after he had that injury was also really bad. So I think there's one more year. But if he does not, like, look at it this way: he's a great quarterback, but the best ability
Facts.
is availability.
Yeah.
You need to be able to
Yeah,
play a full
exactly.
season, and he hasn't.
That's the thing. I think Carson needed this to humble him. Okay, I think this is what happened. We got so good when we lost him. It's because it's the LeBron James syndrome. They think, oh, we got Carson, we're good. We can kind of slack off a bit. And then when they lost him, we're like, fuck. Like, we have Foles. We're really gonna have to step this motherfucker up because he's our backup.
Everybody
it's
played.
the LeBron James syndrome because they just think that they can rely on Carson. But then, now that he's been out and like we almost went to the second Super Bowl, like or possibly if we won against the Saints.
I don't think you would have beat us.
What?
The Rams. I don't think you would have beat
That would
us.
have been a tough game.
Yeah.
Because we lost by 3 points?
When
Our last game against you.
you mean you
Our
won?
score difference.
You
yeah.
won. Yeah.
It was off because we.
It was
I
off
think
that
it was a pick.
fumble.
Yeah. So it was. Off
Goff
of
played
that.
the worst game of his life, and JoJo Natson fumbled the ball in like 2 minutes left in the game on a kickoff. So the Rams kind of beat themselves that game, I think. The Eagles played well too, and so did Foles, but I don't think you could have beat us again.
I mean, this needed to happen with Wentz. He got humbled, and
Wentz, I guess. I don't think
he
it.
needed it, dude.
I
mean,
think he
okay,
needs
on
to.
paper-
I think he needs to stop playing. I think he needs to be more of like a pocket passer kind of. I mean, he doesn't.
Stop with the big plays. Like,
Stop.
Learn from Foles.
Foles can gets the ball out, and I think Foles works better in Peterson's system,
Yep.
and he trusts him
Yeah,
more because it's just
exactly.
more of just like a stationary quarterback.
Synergy.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean,
Wentz is more of like a I'm gonna make this play myself.
and yeah,
Like
Dak-
athlete.
he
Dak
doesn't have to-
Prescott, Russell. I guess Russell Wilson a little
But
bit.
that's the thing. He doesn't have to get hit. I hope he knows that. He's trying to do a big play where
Dude, he gets so beat up. The first game back this season,
oh, dude.
he got decked.
Yeah.
I was like, he's gonna get injured immediately again,
Especially when
he did.
With his knee injury. He didn't have to run it. Like,
No,
relax.
I know, he's crazy.
Relax, and it didn't even count from what I recall. At first, it didn't.
No, it didn't. They called it back.
It didn't even count, and now he's hurt.
Ugh.
That's the thing. Obviously, Nick's not going to be a backup, but what I wanted was I wanted Nick to start so Carson could learn from him.
Where do you think he's gonna go?
I heard the Jags.
I could see him at the Jags. I think he's gonna either go
Yeah.
to Miami, Denver, or the Jags.
Yeah, I heard the Jags. And
Where the fuck is Blake Bortles gonna go?
Oh my god! I heard a rumor. This is a rumor.
They don't like him at all there.
If
They don't trust him.
this is a rumor, so like if Breeze retired, I heard they would want to take him. That'd be crazy.
Foles on the Saints?
Yeah, how crazy would that be?
How many years do you think Breeze has left? 2?
I mean, he said he wanted to win a Super Bowl and retire. So
Not with the
Nah,
Rams.
yeah,
Not with the Rams.
You thought.
Yeah.
Whatever. Dude, they fucking
That's
said,
like D Wade saying, "I'm gonna win another championship, then I'm gonna
right,
retire."
Right.
Right.
Let's see about that. This ain't it, Chief. You ain't
This ain't it,
yeah,
Chiefs.
and God was like, weird flex, but okay. Strip it away from him. But like, was I ranting about Foles going to the? I don't know. Breeze. They made okay. So they said they made up the ski mask thing, and they're playing Dreams and Nightmares in their locker room. What disrespect is that? I was just like,
Is
you're
that
really
a Meek Mill
gonna do
song?
that? Yeah.
Yeah,
you're
that's
so
so.
white. Yeah, you're so white. You don't even know the. Philly
Listen. Philly
This is
anthem.
3 songs.
I'm
you
not
don't
gonna
know.
listen to an album that has championships. It's called like Champion, and it's about the Eagles winning the Super Bowl. I'm not an Eagles fan.
Yeah, I know that guy. Anyways, there's 2 songs.
I like the one song.
There's
with
2
Drake.
songs to Philly. The Rocky theme and pretty much Dreams and Nightmares.
How about
And the Eagles.
1, 2, 3, 4,
Sixers.
5, Sixers?
Yeah, the Sixers song.
That's definitely a Philly song.
yeah,
it's a
that's
Philly jam.
absolutely it. I haven't been watching the Sixers though.
Jimmy Buckets is.
Butler's kind of pissed off about the offense though. Did you hear about that?
Why is he such a diva?
I don't know.
He's a good player,
He
but
is
he's a
good.
big
but
diva.
he's saying with the offense.
I'm
in general.
sick and tired of everybody, and especially Brett Brown, treating Embiid and Simmons like they're like babies.
Oh, well, they are. I'm joking.
They're
No,
not.
They're not.
It's like, oh we have to protect them and we don't feel comfortable with them.
All right, so yeah.
So we're back talking about the Sixers and side bitches.
Shut up. Go back. I didn't even want to talk about that. That was just an example.
I think-
We're not.
We're
those
already
type
off
of guys.
topic.
I think if we do it Saturday night and we have the beers, Gomez
Oh.
will go into that topic, and I'll go into it a
We'll
little
just
more
start
too.
calling people.
I'm just looking at the camera.
Oh, dude, that would be great. People would eat that up.
What?
Call up like previous side bitches
Why the fuck would I want to do? Oh.
for the show. For the
You
show.
know how childish that is?
That's high school.
That's some middle school.
I want to go back to fuck college. I want to go back to high school.
I want to go back to.
Last time I was in this room, we had alcohol. Gomez had alcohol down there, like outside, and I was up here in his room, and we were trying to find a way to like make a pulley system to get the alcohol
Oh
from
my
down there
God.
to up here, or maybe it was Bendick who was
We
down
pretty
there.
much fucking MacGyvered it. That's the thing.
Yeah, it was really funny.
Did it work?
It did,
Yeah, I think so.
and we had a party.
We had a blast. But
Gomez had it was like 4 years ago, your New
shut
Year's
up,
Eve
shut
party.
up, shut up.
It was
Are you
one of
trying to get me arrested?
we were 21 then.
I know.
That was one of my favorite nights. That was such a good night. I had so many good nights here.
There's a lot of good memories at my house. But
I shout out to everybody that that knows us and
Yeah,
survived and
one of my-
was with us through
my-
our
my
journey.
little soirees. But
We
what the fuck were we talking about?
anybody that says obviously if excessive partying is not good for you,
Yeah, but if you have
but spending
moderation-
time with
As
people.
long as you grow out of it.
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
I'm so sick of
Well,
partying.
one, you gotta grow out of it, and 2, if you're spending time with people that you care about and you love and you want the best for, and you're like making memories with people, and you did have a really tough work week, I don't see anything wrong with that.
In short, it's good to have friends.
Yeah, but
Yeah,
dude,
it
my
is.
body
It keeps you
physically-
sane. It keeps you happy.
My body physically can't do that life anymore. I don't know about you. I'm
You're
slowing
old.
down.
Um,
Like this hangover today, I had to force myself to get up. Like I'm trying to keep, like, at least, like, when you come home and stuff and we all chill, I'm trying to go out just once.
Yeah.
That's the thing.
Like,
you know? Make it
maybe
count.
Saturday.
Yeah, just
It's,
make it
it's
count.
good on your wallet too.
It's so good
Yeah.
on my
Oh,
wallet.
dude, I
Like,
spent so much
am I
money
the only
last
one
night.
that feels
Especially
like
if you have a
my hangovers are getting
girlfriend.
worse?
Yeah. Oh my god.
My hangover's getting worse because I can't. I don't know. I feel like my 21-year-old self would have been laughing like, "Oh, I could do this."
Oh, for sure. Hangovers are definitely getting worse.
I mean, personally, at this point, like I can hardly like handle alcohol.
Yeah. I can't even. I don't know, dude. My stomach is turning. I gotta do homework. I know that eventually, and it's just like, I try.
I have to go back to Brooklyn tonight.
I know. What time are you leaving?
9 o'clock bus.
Oh, okay. I was
Not-
gonna
not
say,
too
I was
bad.
like, I didn't know what your time restraints are, but like, we're good. Like,
Yeah.
you're relaxed.
I work at Steiner Studios for a show on Stars. Pretty cool.
Wow, what a big shot.
You can look me up on IMDb,
Yeah,
and you can find my.
Yeah,
Way-
the
way
guy
to-
that gets
way to dox
coffee.
yourself.
The guy that
Oh,
gets
yeah, yeah,
coffee
that's
for the
right.
director.
Well,
What a
You
jackass.
forgot to give me my coffee too.
Oh, whatever. You had coffee. That's the thing. I was like, yo,
way to humble me, bro.
what?
No,
I was just.
that was great.
That's like, okay, listen.
That was quintessential.
Okay, listen. People be saying.
I love these
People
headphones.
be saying they're fucking physicians and then be like all fancy and shit. I'm like, what do you really do?
Do you remember that one time
Yeah.
Johnny had that internship and he would just kept talking about it, and I would just text him and I'd be like, "But what do you do?" And he couldn't answer me.
Okay, listen. That's
He actually couldn't answer me.
Yeah, like
He was like, "Well, I'm in charge. I'm doing this with like marketing and like I'm talking to these people."
Yeah, like.
And I'm like, "But what do you do?"
So like our listeners, do you like ever have that when like your friend throws up like a technical term that sounds fancy and it's just like you're a pencil pusher?
Yeah.
It's like that's okay. That's like saying you're a sanitation.
Not you,
San-
Johnny.
You're a
Not you
sanitation
directly,
technician.
Johnny.
Yeah.
But like
Oh,
you're really
janitor?
a janitor. Yeah.
Sanitation
It's not even-
technician.
It's like
Do you want these back?
Yeah.
I feel like I'm
good.
hogging
Do you
them.
like it?
Oh,
yeah,
I'm
you-
100%.
I had it the first half.
I'm
so-
gonna have to get
Isn't
one
it
of these.
nice?
I'm gonna buy these headphones so I have them
what's
next week.
There's a word for
And the
like
converter.
a
You just
fancy
need-
word for like a trash collector. I forgot what it was.
Should we ask?
It has to have technician in it. I don't fucking know. Disposal. I don't know.
Disposal technician.
Disposal. What's a fancy term? You gotta throw some flavor in those words. That's the thing.
course.
You gotta have a technical term.
I'm trying to think of one.
I can't. Well,
Trash.
Yeah, but like.
Garbage. Rubbish. Rubbish remover.
Yeah.
All right.
There it is.
I mean, it's just I'm not. Alright, I'm obviously just roasting people, but like, it's just shit.
No, it's true.
It's just shit I
Wor-
see.
For example, like,
It's
all right,
just
all right,
shit
look.
I see.
I have no
on
I have no
my-
disrespect
but no,
for any
but-
janitor,
Yeah,
any
my- like,
garbage
my-
person.
Yeah, you
My-
should treat the janitor like the CEO.
Yeah,
That's how you should
someone
do
A
it.
said
person's a
before-
person, no
someone
matter how
said
small.
before, If we didn't have like janitors, sewage workers, and stuff
Dude.
like that, just
Yeah.
imagine how much hell we'd be in right now.
Yeah. So
Like
I mean,
someone said they save more lives than doctors. Okay, that's I didn't say that. Someone said that, but like in a way, if you think about it.
God, people are so fucking.
That's
judgmental,
a
though.
really good thing to hear. It kind
Yeah.
of puts a lot of perspective
Well,
into.
people are so judgmental with their like people's jobs. I'm like,
Yeah.
you gotta
Yeah.
relax.
Yo, and
So
then-
like fucking say trade jobs.
Dude,
they make
plumbers make
bank
so
now.
much money.
Yeah, they
Yes,
do.
I was just gonna say that. Okay, so someone I know,
Yeah.
keep it anonymous, of course, was shitting on one of my friends because he wanted to be a plumber, and I'm like, you know they make bank,
Yeah,
right?
you-
They make-
Welders make bank,
Yeah.
and they don't have loans, and
Yeah.
it's like they make at least starting probably 60. It could go up to 80. I don't know what the range.
Plumbing,
is, but
I always said like if
they're the
Yeah.
we're
If
the
it's,
real
I
fools.
I mean, yeah. I went to like a trade school to be like an electronics technician. And starting salary for it's like 50,000.
yeah,
yeah,
starting salary.
and you're not paying anything
it's-
off of
no.
loans.
Yeah, like it's
That's
people
crazy.
are so
That's true.
judgmental.
I mean, I don't have a job for it. I'm actually a restaurant manager, but
Yeah.
if I wanted to seek one, yeah.
But like, yeah, people are judgmental as hell. I'm like, relax.
Yeah, dude.
Like,
And then
chill.
truck drivers, they make bank too.
I'm the assistant to the.
I
regional
always
manager.
said I could be a plumber if film didn't work out because I don't have a I don't get that grossed
You
out.
would literally be.
I don't get that grossed
You
out.
would literally be Luigi.
I know.
Like, you'd be the jackass dressed up as Luigi.
I look like I could be a plumber today.
So Nick has an obsession
You
with
got that- you
Luigi.
got
If
that
you didn't know
mustache.
that.
Yeah, I got the stash.
Yo, if you came to fix my toilet and you're dressed up as Luigi, I'm like, wow.
It wouldn't be
Bravo,
surprised.
Nicholas.
I would
Bravo.
I would rock overalls for the conveniency, and the because you have to put a lot of stuff in your pockets,
Yeah.
and I would definitely wear green and a green hat.
Dude, but like, a job's a
green
job.
Yeah.
A
Yeah,
job's
a job.
Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't matter.
It's not easy to get a
Yeah.
job these days,
No,
especially
it's
right out of college.
Yeah.
So,
Dude,
so you
it's
got to
so hard.
respect anybody
if
that has the
you're-
hustle.
Yeah, and like the more skills you have, the higher you get paid. I used to work under like this painter, and I mean he does like handyman jobs too. But he told me he makes like maybe $1 million, $2 million, because he works for like really rich people, and all he does is paint their houses.
I do that with my
yeah,
dad. when
yeah,
I work
that's
with
like
him.
that's how it
Jesus.
is.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just this society's fucking so superficial.
But don't let people know, all right? Because I'm trying to make
Yeah,
bank.
right. Don't tell them. Welders make money.
Don't take a picture of you cleaning the toilet because social media will hate it. That would actually be something that you would see on my Instagram. A picture of me
someone
like
should do
cleaning
that.
the
A
toilet.
dirty ass
Someone
toilet.
Someone should do that. Someone wearing.
You
a nice,
sleep, I grind.
Shout out, Jay.
Wait, what's the one? My hands are like this, so hers get like my hands look like this.
Yeah,
hers
so
look
hers
like
can
that.
be like that.
What the fuck is that?
You've never seen that?
And it's like a
I'm
picture
so
of like somebody's like gritty hands like from a hard day's
Oh,
work,
okay.
and it's like my hands look like this,
I'm
so
waiting for
her
someone-
hands can look like this, and she's got like jewelry and
Yeah,
shit.
I
on her
like
hands.
the parodies though.
I'm waiting
Yeah.
for someone
Where it's
to
like my hands look like this, and they're like Shrek's hands,
Yeah.
so hers can look like this.
I need someone to have like an Instagram post where one, they're dressed up as a janitor, like their typical work outfit, and then two, them decked out in their like nice ass clothes.
Oh, I
Just
see
to
that a
prove to
lot.
people,
Yeah, I
like-
see-
Do you know who we should get on the show?
Who?
Ravin Patel.
He's one of the guests. Ravin, I will
Ravin,
contact you.
Ravin, you should definitely be on the show because
Yeah.
that's somebody I think that uses Instagram to such a good effect.
Ravin, you're
and
small, man.
I actually
Fucking don't lift.
I live in a place where I have a very small gym,
yeah,
and he posts these workouts where it's like good workouts if you have limited equipment,
yeah.
and he like actually has helped me worked out. So
Yeah,
I
Ravin
got
fucking-
to give him a shout out.
No, I actually just
He should
messaged
definitely be
him.
on the show
I
at some
messaged
point. I
him
think he
on,
would be all about it too.
Oh no, I messaged him on Instagram. We were
Talk
just
about health
talking.
tips and everything.
Yeah, we're catching up, and I was like, "When you coming home?" He said, "Oh, end of February." So I was gonna contact him because obviously, if you guys don't know, Ravin's he's a med student and like
He's a med student and
fitness guru now.
yeah, and a
Such
fitness
big
guru,
change.
and it's just really respectful to have that much
yeah.
not that much time on your hands, be in med school, and still like have this like run this Instagram
Yeah.
that where it's like
Dude,
all
Instagram's a business at this point. Like, it's like-
when you do it like a business, I can respect it, but it's a little but like if you're like just
flexing
somebody
for
taking
clout.
pictures,
Yeah.
it's
I don't want
it's
to
tough for me to
hijack,
get on board.
but I looked up terms for garbage man.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Let's
All right,
go.
sanitation engineer,
Oh,
excess
okay.
material logistics manager.
See, you hear this shit? Like it's a fancy title.
Dude,
I like that one.
Yeah, municipal waste technician.
This is what you put on. This is what you put on your resume.
Yeah, on LinkedIn.
Yeah, that's what you put on your
He's
LinkedIn.
like, ooh, it's so fancy. He's like,
Yeah.
what do you do?
Yes.
Oh, I pick up trash.
Yeah.
Like-
So you were a manager for excess material?
Why don't you? Can you elaborate a little bit on that? Yeah, I
So,
picked up trash, put it in the truck.
Yeah, look at this
Move
stick
to the
figure
next
drawing
house.
real quick.
Yeah.
You ever take out your trash every
Yeah.
Wednesday?
Do you know how that trash disappears the next day?
See, if somebody were to like take that of us right there out of context, it would make it seem like we're just shitting on all
Oh, like
on all workers.
Yeah, yeah. Like
Whatever.
tomorrow, no
Yeah.
one's gonna take our
I
trash.
consider that.
We're just gonna have a
Yeah, so
giant
don't,
pile.
don't be making fun of people for their occupations. You know, like
You ever
this
see-
is critical.
Did you ever see Scooby-Doo 2, Monsters Unleashed?
It's been so
Yeah.
long.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a part in that movie where Fred's like, to a cameraman, he's like, "You're trying to just make me say that I think Coolsville sucks," and he's like, "Wait,
Oh,
don't
yeah, I
record that."
remember that.
And then
Yeah.
and then they cut to the
Yeah,
TV,
yeah,
and it's
yeah.
like, "Here's what Fred had to say about
Cool.
Coolsville. I think Coolsville sucks." That's
Oh,
exactly what's
God.
gonna
Is
happen.
that the one with the
That's so scary if you think.
Was
about
that
I
it.
know.
Was that the digital one where they're all like put into a video game?
No,
That
no, no.
cartoon?
This is
Okay,
Scooby-Doo
okay.
2, Monsters Unleashed,
Yeah.
where Scooby and Shaggy try to be the greatest
The-
detectives, and
Yeah,
they have
the
that
theme
song.
part.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And they're like, "We're the greatest detectives."
Oh
After
my
like
God.
hitting this machine that's like making all
are
these
Shaggy.
monsters.
Yeah.
You are
All right,
Shaggy.
I've been Shaggy for Halloween. That was a great
Oh
Halloween.
yeah.
remember that?
Yeah, I did remember seeing.
Stouter was Fred.
It's a
That's
good time. It's a
perfect.
good time. to be
Perfect
Shaggy.
casting.
That group that we had was actually it was
It was perfect.
Joe Caprice as Scooby Doo.
Yeah, that.
Wait, actual redhead as Daphne. Yeah, that was fun.
Yo, Joe is Scooby.
Joe is Scooby.
Perfect casting. God,
Yeah.
you should make another movie, which I should
Um,
be in.
I love doing
I
Halloween
can't wait till
costumes
you
like
make
that.
another movie. Yeah,
I
go
was
for it.
what's his name? Cusco from Emperor's New Groove.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was a hit.
That's funny.
But I had like a girl's like European wig.
I had
It
a
was really
lame
fun.
ass costume because it was so.
What were you
awesome.
this year?
I was a fucking convict. I was like,
I wanted
Whatever.
to do that, but
Beat.
yeah, it was beat. It was last minute.
I give that the same review I give Bird Box.
Wow.
A 4 out of 10.
Wow.
I don't know if
wow.
I can handle that.
Dang. You're just gonna grind me.
Are
up
people
right
going to
there.
be able to handle this podcast? I don't know.
I've heard worse.
I've heard worse
Definitely.
on
yeah.
other podcasts.
I hope people like it.
Oh,
I hope people like it so we can do it.
Well,
Even if people don't like it, I still want to do it.
I'm still gonna have a great time.
I still, yeah,
I'm
I'm having so much
I
fun.
mean, if it gets worse, we'll just buy followers.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it looks like
I'm
no. Then we're the epitome of everything that we hate.
Everything we just shit
Yeah,
talk.
no,
Yeah.
right? But here's the thing: you just say irony.
Wow.
Wow,
Then,
yeah.
then we're just hipsters.
Yeah. I mean,
Hey,
that's
bro.
that's how you do it nowadays.
Bring me my craft beer, bruh.
Oh, but I'm just kidding. I'm joking.
Bring me my craft beer.
What beer should we get for next week?
Ooh.
Cause I think it'd be cool if we alternate it.
You have to get.
So we did, like,
what's it,
Sunday
IPA,
morning, Saturday
whatever
night.
whatever that is.
Yeah, we should.
Indian Pale Ale or like a fucking some craft beer
Oh
at the
my
liquor
God,
store.
like-
Gomez and I both used to work at the same liquor store. I got him the job there
It was
one time.
great.
It was a lot of
It was
fun.
great.
And our buddy Johnny worked there
Yeah,
too.
you gotta do what you gotta do. Like, people were like, I guess people were like looking at me weird because I'm like, oh, why are you working at a liquor store? I'm like, dude,
Oh,
fuck
dude,
you.
people used to
It's
give me
side money. I'm
give me
still
the
in school.
weirdest looks, especially right after I graduated USD and I went back to work at the
Wait,
liquor store.
do you know anyone
so
that's a
good.
sandwich artist?
What do you mean?
No.
A sandwich artist? They work at Subway.
Wow.
Or Phil's
What's a technical term for Subway worker?
sandwich artist.
I'm just going through
Culinary-
this whole list.
Call
I feel like technicians on every
Yeah.
fucking
Um,
culinary technician.
Can I give-
Someone commented just put manager assistant for like everything.
I'm assistant to the regional manager.
Can I give Jenna Cook a shout out?
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Because isn't she like supposed to be a guest?
Yeah, eventually. I was gonna try to get her.
We should get Jenny on here one time too.
Jenny would be like, Nick, shut up. Me and Jenny would just grind you up.
That's exactly what would
Because I
happen.
feel like we literally tag team and just
last
bust your balls.
night I was like, wow, this is actually mean.
Did I say something?
No, I'm kidding.
I was gonna say. Did I say something?
But speaking of culinary, Jenna Cook, our nickname for her back in middle school, because she was like a girl that we liked, so we gave her all of them nicknames so we could talk about them to their faces and they want to know. We used to call her Culinary Arts because her last name was Cook.
Oh wow.
And I was
that
and back
part of it?
then, culinary was like a vocab word, and I was like, I'm a genius for coming up with this. Coming up with
Pat
this.
yourself on the
This,
back.
this is gonna be
There
your
you go.
job.
Oh my god, I'm so sore. I played
Okay.
football yesterday. That actually hurt me.
Wait. I got a list. I'll read them off.
I'm surprised you do
I want you guys
sports.
to.
Jesus.
I want you guys to tell me what you think it is. All right. Civil enforcement officers.
Police. Is it
Yeah,
police?
it's a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Crockery cleansing operative. I
Your
can't-
Dishwasher?
Damn. Yeah. How'd you
Yeah,
get that?
dude.
Nice.
Fucking
I was a
go.
dishwasher
All right.
before.
Fucking go.
All right.
That's how it works.
Skadoosh.
Destination counselor.
Skadoosh.
Travel agent?
Wait, hold on. Let me hear it.
Destination counselor.
Bus driver? Travel agent or bus
Ooh.
driver?
Uber.
Huh?
Travel agent.
Travel.
Oh!
Okay,
Alright,
yeah,
alright. So it was my
alright,
first
alright,
guess.
alright.
My
Fucking Expedia.
Director of first impressions.
A
Registrar.
greeter?
Front desk.
Oh.
Pam.
Yeah.
Oh, a secretary?
Yeah, sec. Yeah.
Well, it's
Pam from the office.
receptionist, but that's close enough.
Oh, right.
These gotta be harder. Come on. step it up.
Dispatch service facilitator.
Oh, I do not know.
Come on. What does the audience think? Dispatchers. Fuck. What is it? You give up?
Postal worker.
What's
That's
wrong
tough.
with just saying
Okay, that's
post
tough.
office?
Oh, yeah.
Postal worker.
Okay. I don't know about this one. Knowledge navigator.
Google search bar?
Teacher?
Yeah. It's a
Oh!
Damn. Are you guys guessing this?
Gomez is
I'll
gonna.
fuck it up.
Okay.
Alright.
All right. This one.
One Gomez, Vespe nothing.
No!
I like this one. All right. Vision clearance engineer.
Flower.
No.
What?
This one's kind of hard.
Don't worry.
Eye doctor?
No.
Ooh, optometrist. That could have
What is it?
Go.
It's a window cleaner.
Alright.
Yeah. Vision clean.
Alright,
clearance
jackass.
engineer.
All right, one more.
He's
One
really
more.
trying to flex his resume. Whoever wrote
One
that.
more. One more. Let me see if I can get it.
Hold up. I'm trying to see a good one.
Flexing.
Or
Dude, I don't even lift anymore. I gotta get back on it.
How
Your
about
arms look-
media
yours look
distribution officer?
This is a tight shirt, Nick.
Media distribution officer?
yeah. Clout
no
chaser.
No one does this anymore,
Instagram.
to be honest.
What is it?
A paper boy or paper girl?
What would a milkman be?
My dad was a paper boy.
Your dad was a paper boy?
Yeah.
He
Growing
grew
up.
up in Cali, right? Oh, that was my question.
No, my dad didn't grow up in California.
That was my question. How are you a Rams fan and
Ah,
a
so-
Sixers fan? Like, what?
Yeah, I
Let me
guess.
let me hear about the
I guess.
Vespe clan.
I guess that's only fair. So my dad, growing up, nobody was an Eagles fan.
Yeah.
Just because they were just so bad. They were kind of like the Browns.
So was he in Cali? Or?
No, he grew up in like Haddon Township, Haddonfield.
Oh damn.
And
That's awesome. I know that.
nobody was an Eagles fan, and like everybody went to school, and there were a lot of Cowboys fans. There were a lot of Raiders fans.
Raiders fans.
Yeah,
This is back in the day.
but like he didn't want to. He was like, I don't want to just follow everybody else. Like I just want to pick a team that I think is cool. And he thought the Rams had the coolest jerseys and helmets, which is fair because I think they really do have the coolest helmets. And
wow, you guys have nice outfits.
and the
then.
blue and gold is just badass.
Yeah.
So he was like, I'm gonna be a Rams fan.
I like the Seahawks outfits. I don't know. I like their outfits.
I kind of do
Just
too sometimes.
I think they're.
I just don't like the Seahawks.
Oh, me neither.
But yeah, no. So he liked the Rams, and he grew up he grew up watching the Rams, and then
your mom became one.
my mom became one because of him.
Yeah.
And
I just wait. Do you have?
that's
family
just
in
how
Al-
I was raised
do you
as a
have
Rams
family in
fan.
Cali?
Yeah, I do.
Okay, so I was like,
but they're Eagles fans. Yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Go Birds.
Mm.
But yeah, no, you guys, your family have the biggest balls to be a Rams fan out on the East Coast. So
When we
hats off.
played you guys, that was crazy.
Oh
That
my
was a
God.
crazy day. The group chat was going off.
Oh my God. When you won against the Saints, I was just quiet.
Yeah,
My
nobody.
brother was like, "Yo, Vespe's talking shit, huh?" I'm like, you know what? He actually isn't. Bravo
Yeah.
to him.
Well, because I was just so happy.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah.
so happy.
Greg the leg.
Yeah.
I knew you guys were gonna get it.
I was
Dude, your
freaking
punter's
out.
Really fucking
We're
good.
going to the Super Bowl.
Oh my God.
Next
Off a
week.
Carson snap.
Next week, baby. Next week.
Yep. Game time, baby. You put money on it?
Yeah.
How much?
I did.
You do DraftKings or you're just
Yeah,
Yeah.
DraftKings. I put
Everybody's getting
$100 on Rams money line.
Oof. I don't use
At
DraftKings.
first, they were favorite to win by 1,
Oh, so what's
and then it switched because I think the bets were pouring in for the Patriots.
so what's your spread though?
It's
Point.
-2.5. So I just did Rams outright money line.
Yeah.
And then I also I put $25 on Rams winning the
It's
coin
gonna
toss.
be, dude. It's gonna be a tight game.
I think it's
It's
gonna
not
be
gonna
tight.
be-
I think the Rams can do it, but
They could.
obviously
No,
you
they
can
can.
you just can't count out
but
Tom
listen,
Brady.
Patriots have a solid team. Nothing crazy, but like in all aspects, they're solid. They have a good defense, but you guys,
The Rams have the better
Yeah,
team.
you're gonna-
They just have more weapons.
it's just crazy because if you win, youngest QB, youngest coach, and who the fuck said McVay's overrated? I've never said that.
Oh, dude,
Because
people
you were ranting on that
Dude,
shit.
people,
he deserves it.
people like before he won in Dallas,
Yeah.
people were like, "Oh, he's a bust. What has he done?" Well,
Oh, he's done a lot.
to be
Trust
fair,
me.
the Rams didn't have a winning season
They
for
don't even-
like
they're
10
having a
years before
developing
him.
audience still.
And then last year was supposed to be a rebuild year, and we killed it with everybody. Went 11-5, 11-4, 11-5.
Yeah.
16 weeks, 11-5.
But like,
This year 13-3. Like I don't know. And now we're going to the Super Bowl.
imagine when Breeze and Brady retire, it's like Goff and Mahomes, dude. Like they're just gonna.
It's gonna be Goff,
dominating.
Mahomes, and Wentz as
Yeah,
the
yeah,
future
Wentz.
QBs that everybody's gonna talk about.
And then wherever
Probably
Foles goes.
probably Foles. He's probably not gonna be as much in the conversations. If he goes to
Well, it
Jacksonville,
depends. Yeah,
they're not gonna go to a Super Bowl,
Dude,
especially if he
I
goes.
had high hopes for Jags.
The best case scenario for him is Denver.
Yeah.
If he goes to Denver.
I had high hopes for him. I had high hopes for the Jags because last year they were.
I just
decent.
like watching the Jags. Their defense was
And-
fire.
I don't know. I'm kind of disappointed in how their season turned out. So I mean.
Yeah.
Whatever. You got next year, but I mean wherever Foles.
Baker
goes,
Mayfield could also be a potential quarterback that everybody wants to talk about.
I didn't even think about that.
Yeah.
It slipped my mind because everyone on the radio on 94.1 still talking about fucking the Wentz Foles shit. I'm kind
That's just Philadelphia radio. Yeah, I think it's
know.
time.
I'm sick
After
of
the
it,
Super
dude.
Bowl, I think it's time they
But
just
listen.
start talking about Sixers.
When Wentz
Just give it
starts
up on the
doing
Eagles
good,
until
everyone's
next
gonna shut the
season.
fuck up. You know, everyone's gonna shut up.
But
once
if he
that starts
doesn't do good next
Oh,
year, you got it's a panic.
yeah,
The entire fan base is
This
going to be.
next year's critical.
We need Nick Foles. We need Nick Foles back.
Even if like
I
on
wouldn't-
his stick, everyone's gonna be super critical.
I would have kept him and traded Carson because you could get more.
Dude,
But
but
Carson-
longevity
You
wise,
could
yeah.
get so. They're only 3 years apart. It's not like Nick Foles
Yeah.
is like 40. You could get so much more for Carson Wentz than you could for Foles.
And yeah, you
You
get
gotta
some good
squeeze
And
out
look
all
at
the
look at
mileage.
how Tom Brady's story started.
And dude,
He was the backup quarterback and came in and beat the Rams in the
and,
Super Bowl.
Dude, QBs play till like they're 40.
Yeah,
So,
exactly.
I, mean,
Yeah.
I don't know.
That's why
As long as he doesn't get hurt.
That's the thing. Nick is just clutch. He can't run a fucking ball, but like
somebody
he's-
said
he's
something.
been playing.
Synergizes.
Someone said something about him that I thought was really like it put a lot of sense. It was like if you give him a task and you say go to the store and get bread,
Yeah, he'll do it.
then he'll do it.
He'll get you bread and
He's
toast your bread
humble.
for you.
If you give him the keys to the car,
The city, keys to the city.
he like and just say it's yours, like figure it out, then he won't be able to do that.
Yeah.
Like he has a short memory. He's good at like fulfilling like what you need him to do, but like if you give him too much responsibility, it might it might blow it.
But like it works. It works.
Yeah, he's Doug's guy. It's just
Not anymore.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Well, he was. Yeah, but it's funny because even before we won the Super Bowl, someone made a meme. It was like Obi-Wan Kenobi. He's like, "Throw the ball, Nick," and it's his ghost. Throw the ball. Like, stop running it, Nick. And I can't believe we beat the Vikings last year. Like, that was insane.
Case Keenum.
Yeah.
Justice for Case.
And then Gary, when we went to the bar, and
To watch the Rams
some of
game.
my fucking dumbass friends were wearing Vikings jerseys. But
Yeah, this wasn't
got-
cool for me.
Yeah, as a Rams,
I deserve the Eagles to win that. I mean, like that's because I didn't want them to win. And I was rocking a Vikings jersey and,
and
a Rams hat.
Like,
That's just
really
not cool. Yeah,
Yeah.
but it was a Hedinger Vikings jersey.
Yeah.
It was our buddy, so it was like
yeah.
I was doing it
Shout
for
out
him.
Gary.
Shout out Het.
Jihad.
Our boy.
Jihad. But
What do you think, man? Do you think this was a successful first episode?
no, definitely was good.
Yeah.
I'm excited for the
Yeah.
future.
Yeah, we got like maybe 7 more minutes if you guys want to wrap it up.
All right.
Yeah,
well,
yeah,
hey guys, this is the premiere episode. You know,
If you watched, seriously, thank you. Those or listened.
We gotta celebrate.
yeah. We're here every
By-
Monday,
Buy
dropping new
sushi.
stuff.
Let's eat sushi.
This kid's
Ooh.
obsessed with sushi.
I haven't had sushi
But,
in like 3 weeks.
But guys, yeah, this is the mashup. We're just gonna conclude everything. I'm Gomez.
I'm Nick.
That was
I'm
such a
joined by
fail.
Nick.
Yeah, I'm joined by my buddy Nick. And yeah, new episodes every Monday. You know, if you're not about comic book talk, you can just fast forward the video. But yeah,
And if you're not about side bitches talk, then you can
oh
just
my god, this is
Just
so
play us in the background.
We're gonna need drinks. For
yeah,
that
for real.
We're
For
gonna
real.
need we're gonna need drinks for that conversation.
Now that the
We're-
football season's over,
We're gonna
now
rain check it.
now you can get into all the nerdy stuff that's
Pretty
that's
much.
happened. And
But-
Sixers.
But hey, guys, follow us on Facebook. You know, follow
Like us on
Instagram.
everything. Yeah, subscribe.
Yeah. So this is just a start. We're gonna have new footage and stuff every Monday, and every other week we're gonna have a guest from different aspects of life. But hey, we'll see you around.
Thanks for stopping by.